the now and here. Gaming tales you need to hear. Laugh and shout and sometimes sneer. Memories from all those years. Console wars and secret tips. Tips and tricks from pixel trips. News that pours from gaming sips. Critical minds and candid lips. And Generation X gaming show. Tune in where the thoughts flow. Rant and rave with words that glow. Weekly stories make them go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another day, another week, another episode of Generation X Gaming, a weekly podcast that goes over a few of the top stories from the past week, and we rant along the way. I'm your host, 30 and Still Gaming, and joining me each and every single week is Sarge McCluskey. What's going on, bro?
Crazy week. Week.
Today is the day, Sarge. Everybody and their mother either broke Twitch or broke Netflix in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
And the Netflix broadcast of GTA 6 came out today. So obviously, we're going to be watching the video. And since everyone was allowed to watch it, I did watch it about an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago, whatever it was. I didn't get to watch it live when it was at 3 o'clock. Everybody was watching it. Everyone got to rebroadcast it. So it's like
It was
Netflix
weird.
paid $100 million, and then simultaneously everyone else in the world could stream it and talk about it live. I'm a little confused by it, but I get it.
Yeah, it was weird.
Netflix. So I don't know what's happening to your camera all of a sudden. Now you're delayed. So on today's show, Sarge, we're going to be talking GTA. We're going to be talking about Netflix. We're going to be talking about Rockstar. We're going to be talking about the video that we see of Grand Theft Auto 6. We're going to be talking about the.
Did you watch it all? Did you watch it all?
I did. I watched the whole thing. Yeah. I wanted to watch it once. That way, I know we can pick out pieces and stuff that we liked, or pause.
I went through the whole thing multiple times.
Yeah. So I've only seen it once. So we'll watch the video. We'll pause. So if you guys haven't seen the video and you want to see it uninterrupted, this is not the place for you to see it. Go watch it uninterrupted for 26 minutes, because here we're going to pause, talk about it. We could literally break this whole thing apart for hours if you really wanted to. It's 26 minutes. So we'll try not to pause too long, because that right there, when I do a 20-minute video, it's a 45-minute breakdown usually. So now with 26 minutes, with two of us talking, and it's Grand Theft Auto with all the stuff, it's going to be over an hour and a half or so. So, but before we get to that,
we can't talk about it until 9 o'clock, right? We can't show that other video.
No, we can. Everyone can. Anyone can talk about it. That's why we're going to show the Netflix footage instead of the wait for the YouTube one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what's it called? Before we get to that, though, we talk about what we've been playing in the past week and so. So let's get to what we've been playing. Like how I'll raise, like, did you think about talking about GTA? I think that's what we'll do, Ray. You know what? I think we'll talk about GTA. It's a good suggestion. We like listening to the crowd. We'll talk about GTA a little bit today. What have you been playing, Sarge? What did you play this last week?
Well, funny enough, I've been playing GTA 5 because I'm trying to get back into the mood a little bit, right? Need to play it to talk about it, type of thing,
Right.
Get back on the bicycle. I mean, I haven't played a lot of the RTSs recently. I've been mostly playing GTA, setting up the heists, doing research on GTA. There was one other game I was playing because I was trying to get my my points up for the week, because I figured out how I can get those $10 and $15 gift cards just by logging in on Game Pass.
Oh yeah, to get the points.
I had no idea that was a thing. I could have numerous cards by now.
You could also do it on your phone as well.
No, I know that, but I could have had numerous cards by now if I just maintained what I was doing before.
That's what I told you. That's how I got the all that discount off of Crimson Desert.
Yeah, I didn't understand how you were getting that discount. I didn't understand they were giving out that much, and so I started paying attention to the actual point system in Game Pass now.
I think it all depends on what You get up to like $100 or $120 a year, basically, if you do it. Like
Yeah.
just by normal.
By playing Game
Yeah.
Pass games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
normally I'm playing Game Pass games anyway to try them out. So my problem was I wasn't playing 8 or I wasn't playing them consistently.
Right. 5 a
Right.
week, 8
Right.
8 a month or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was playing the Hades game again. I played the 33 Immortals again. I was playing Brotato. I've been playing. I can't finish that game. It gets too hard. I'm still trying to finish like a level of Brotato. But yeah, mostly this past week has been GTA because setting up for the heist takes some time. Yeah, I've been playing Game Pass games this week and GTA 5. That's where I lived right now.
Yeah, Water. To answer your question, I'm gonna wait because I don't like the price. I don't like the price. Right, the $100 video game not getting a physical copy is what is a sticking point for me. Not that to say I'm not gonna get it, right? But like I told you before, I have 2 gift cards already. Right, I have 2 gift cards already. Working on my third $10 gift card. So by November, I should have a third gift card. Now, $100 version now comes down to $70, which is a standard price game now. So most likely I get it, but I'm still gonna wait. I'm still gonna wait to see what people say about it as far as like story and stuff like that. Because I have so many games to play. It's not that I need to play it, right? Like for instance, we're playing, as Sarge is talking about it, like we're playing Grand Theft Auto 5 right now. We just started doing heists that we haven't touched in 8 years, 9 years. I waited 13 years. I can wait 13 years in 1 month. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to kill me in any way, shape, or form. So, when we're playing Grand Theft Auto 5, Sarge, I like it, but at the same time, we talked about this last week a little bit. It's a little tedious, right? It's a little tedious. Now, doing the heists, or there's raids and there's heists. Like we did the Cluck and Bell raid, right? Me, you, and Brainchild. And stuff like that, that's simple, setting up that stuff and doing that stuff. The thing that we did yesterday, obviously it was our first time running it. We've never ran that heist before, so we were like learning our way and fumbling, and basically nothing went as planned while we went on that mission.
But I expected that. So
sure. Between the checkpoints that we got, losing our bags, not knowing where to go, couldn't find key cards, couldn't get away from just a bunch of stuff went wrong. I still had fun doing it, but it was just a pain in the ass because you would have some really cheesy shit happen to you while you're doing it. The regular Grand Theft Auto stuff that happens.
You have to work a little harder for you to get the power fantasy to flow correctly. Would that be fair?
Yeah.
You can't just stumble into it and have the power fantasy. There's a little bit more, I guess,
nuance.
On how to get it to flow correctly.
Like I really like the leading up to it. This is not just a streaming thing. Like leading up to it, I like doing the setup to like make you feel like you're doing like an Ocean's 11 type.
An actual
an Ocean's 11 setup type of thing, and you're doing the layout where you enter, where you exit. You get to kind of choose how much money you want to try to get. If you're just going in for the main thing, get the hell out of there. If you want to sneak, here's the problem about sneaking in this game.
It's not practical.
It's not practical, non-existent, because to get what you want in as you say, the most efficient, because gamers are going to game, right? If you make $1 million in 20 minutes, or you can do 3 missions in the same amount of time and get more, you're going to do the smaller missions to get more money, right?
That's correct.
So sneaking around is slower. So guns blazing, running through is faster, and that's always going to be the faster way. So if you had that power fantasy that you want to sneak around and do stuff, cool. But most of the time, you're just going to run around guns blazing.
Well, you're usually doing the Heat movie as opposed to a James 100%. Bond instead of James Bond movie. Right. That's basically what it breaks down to.
Right. You're doing you're not right. You're doing more of the Italian job than you are Ocean's 11.
Yeah. I mean, why else did I pay for these guns?
Right? I feel like if you did it where you didn't get spotted, it would be more of a benefit. Like, you know what I mean? Like you would get paid more or something would happen more, but it's not. It's basically, this is the amount of money you're going to get and how fast you do it to run around to do it the fastest. speaking of the jank that's in Grand Theft Auto, the vertical slice that we saw in these things from Netflix today, you can still see the jank is still there as far as when you're running down the hallway and stuff like that. You still have that Grand Theft Auto third person type of slow run up type of thing when he starts to run, and the way he moves down the hallways and stuff, which is more Grand Theft Auto. Oh, you're muted. You're muted.
I appreciated the realistic movement added when they did GTA 5. The issue is that the whole body momentum and how things are, it makes it feel sluggish because you're trying to instill reality into a video game, and so you have to get used to the movement being that way. Like I just can't stop and do this. He's got to
stop and kind of walk 2 extra
steps.
Right,
the momentum is there. So I guess when if you play the game long enough, it doesn't bother you. It bothers me because I'm used to just playing video games, not a life simulator, right? So I'm okay with it, but there's a lot to break down here, bro. Now, I want it to be known before we even start. All right, let's just make sure we get this out of the way early. Did I feel hype up to watching the actual trailer? Yes, because I grew up playing Grand Theft Auto. Was I expecting to see?
Been playing since 1998.
Right. I mean, was I expecting to see something better than anything else I've seen before? Yeah, I expect that because it's GTA 6 at this point.
Yeah, because they've set the bar.
Right. You've been playing.
No one's beating them except themselves.
Right. So now, when I watch it, do I get all googly eyed and think that this is concrete? Here's where I stand. Remember now, they were going to release this last year.
18 months ago. Yeah, 18 months.
Okay? They were going to release this last year. There's no way that it was ready. And now, after seeing the vertical slice, and reading their little Twitter feed about they're not done yet, well, then if you weren't done then, you're not done now. I mean, what you showed me was a cultivated slice of what you wanted me to see. I'm going into this with that in mind. Right, because they're not done. Their words, okay, their words.
But
not mine.
I think what they mean by that is the online stuff. This is like just the front. We're not done. I know. I think that's what it's.
I don't care what version you say when you say you're not done. Now, what was going to happen if you released this last year when you said you were done and you weren't done?
You could have had a cyberpunk situation.
Right. So, once again, I'm going into this as positive as I can be. However, I'm not drinking any more Kool-Aid, right? I've been around long enough to know what they can do in a vertical slice that they want you to see. If you show me somebody playing the game in sandbox mode and just running around doing stuff, would give you
I wish they did a little bit more of that in the preview.
Give you a better idea on how the game is put together, rather than what you watched was not a game trailer. What you watched was a movie trailer. That's what you watched.
It was like four episodes of a movie trailer.
That was basically a movie trailer that you just watched. That was not a video game trailer. Just so we're clear before we start discussing. Please.
What I appreciate, and I'll talk about it as we watch the video. When I went in, I wasn't hype about watching it, right? Because I was just like, it's GTA. I know what to expect. But when I was watching it, I was like, holy shit. I was like,
agreed.
Vertical slice or not of what they showed, like, that's fucking impressive. From a film background, what they did, the lighting, the attention to detail, like, we played Division 1 and Division 2, right? We used to walk around and just look at the trash on the ground and go, this is very impressive. Like the amount of details that are in all the world building and stuff like that. The trailer, man, as they're driving around, like, I know where that is. I'm like, oh, I know where that is. I know what street that is. I know where I'm going.
I know where they are.
Right. Like, even though it's a fake, fictitious place based after it's Miami, I know exactly where they are, what street, what bridge, right? It's crazy. And here, we'll watch it. Let's bring it up right now. Let's get to the top stories. Let's move from what we've been playing to what we're going to be talking about. All right, so we're going to bring it up, and we're going to be pausing a lot. we're going to be pausing a lot. I have a lot of stuff to talk about here. I was very impressed from a standpoint of
Well, you can actually
video game
what you
put in
should do-
detail in.
Well, I'll be honest with you. What you should do is you should just let it play with no sound, and we can just talk because we don't really need to hear the sound portion of it. We can talk
Okay.
about that later. We can leave that about later. There's a lot to look at. Like seriously, there's a lot to look at.
There's so much. All right, here we go. There's gonna be no sound. We'll talk over it. Obviously, when they pop in, the first thing I notice between the two is like Mystery Science Theater 3000 is the lighting.
Look
Right
at the
off the
check the lighting.
right,
Go ahead.
the lighting all over the place. Right, just from this first shot, you got the different lighting underneath the overhang, which is the white light. Okay, with white light going on here. Then you got the different colored bulbs over here, the halogen bulbs over here. Right. Then you got the warm light coming from the actual street lamps over here. Then you got the moonlight just shining around on the landscape itself. Right. This is dark over here. Obviously, the guy's sitting on the car and stuff like that. But where the light is right here, you see a little streak on the car where the light is there. You see how the guys are lit underneath. Beautiful way of taking 5 different light bulbs, all different color shades.
Well, yeah, because look how the shadows are with them. And then you have the other shadows mixing in from the other light source on the other side.
And then as they get closer, they're out of the light to get into the shadows. Right? Then I know this is stupid, okay, but I'm very impressed by this type of stuff. The little bulletin board in the background, okay? I always do this. In video games, anytime they have like writings on the wall, little pamphlets, books on the table, I'll walk over to it and I'll look at it and go, "Oh, you can't read it or you can't see the screen." You can 100% read all the lettering. Like you can walk up to those and read those. Someone made those and you can read each individual one, right? That's very impressive. I know people don't give a shit, but you can literally just walk around this world for 100 hours, just taking it all in for what they've done.
Oh, they're guaranteed. 100%. I think I'm probably going to use the camera in the game a lot, just to look back at the photos of the actual game itself on your phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if there's a saving of photos inside the game, I'm probably going to be taking a lot of photos of different things just to see the detail.
Here, who said it? Oh, Winzo says, I got to say, the girl protagonist is thick. I like the way she looks, right? She's very attractive.
She looks like a normal woman.
She's very attractive looking, right? Not just in the face, just the way the body is and stuff like that. Jason's thick, right? He's got fucking muscles and stuff. Look at these 3.
That's what he looks like before he works out.
Correct. But look at these 3, right? Look at the character models. Now, I read an article saying that they made a studio just for NPCs. They created people just to make NPCs for this game. Look at this gentleman here.
So it doesn't look like the same guy over and over again.
Correct. The same models all around. Look at this gentleman here compared to the guy next to him, compared to the guy in the back, right? They all look completely different. Height-wise, arm thickness, like everything about them. The facials. There's not, if this was Starfield or someone else, 2 of the 5 of these people would look the same because that's how many character models they have, right?
Agreed. Now, once again, it's a set piece. Did they do a good job cultivating the set piece? Yes.
Like look at this. That's not blurry at all. Please return my bike. And there is numbers and addresses, and there's it's crazy amount of detail. You can read every single thing here. I wonder if you could call that number on your phone in the game too.
Well, if it starts with 555, no. But if it doesn't, you should be worried.
Right? You could. There's so much detail here, Sarge. You could smell it. You know what I mean?
Well, fluorescent lighting and shading. Do you know? You've been around fluorescent lighting enough in classrooms and stuff, right? Like, do you know how difficult it is to do that kind of lighting in a video game, like fluorescent lighting? Well, look at it.
Yeah, but this is not the first game to do lighting like this. By the way, there's a lot of volumetric lighting and stuff that they use in games.
No, I know that, but look at the scene. Look at it. Right. That's crazy detailed. Crazy.
Like, it's so detailed. Like, just being in the situation that they're in, I've been here. You know what I mean? Like, I've been in this situation with this guy opening the elevator. You know what I mean? It feels very...
No comment. No comment.
I know a guy like this.
No comment.
Right? Look at his body style. Now, imagine if Jason can become as fat as him. You know what I mean? I don't know if he can.
Well, I think that'd be a detriment to the game, I'll be honest with you. I mean, look at the chains. Look at the
Yeah.
shadow in the above light for the hell. Look, the
Yeah,
shadow.
the shades of where shadow
the
is
shadow
compared.
matches his hair.
Yeah.
The shadow matches his hair. No,
Like same
a
look at
lot
the floor.
a lot of shadows, bro. A lot of shadows.
We've all been here. You have tile. You have tile. You have this crack going down the tiles and stuff like that. The little details like this.
Right. It's just not just the floor. It's not just the floor.
Right. There's tiles missing. There's pieces, laminate missing, type of stuff. People just writing shit on the walls. Oh, pet a dog, Sarge. Look, and the dog is anatomically correct. Okay. He's a good boy.
You
Good
know
boy.
what this kind of reminds me of? Remember those game tests they showed you for engine development, and you can't tell if it's real or not, and those military sims and whatnot. This is what this almost looks like to me.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell the difference between if it's a reality photo or it's a video game.
I think
That's the level that we're at here.
I think when you say that though, Jason, I think that's just part of what they're trying to show. This is the first time you're officially seeing something of the game, right? So they're setting the tone of what this is the prologue type of stuff, right? Like when they first showed the trailer 2 years ago, there was a lot of Florida man type of stuff, looking at the crazy people that are in Florida. That's the tone they set for the whole game.
By the way, if anybody in chat hasn't purchased Florida Man, the game from Target, it's like $17 or $20. If you guys haven't purchased it yet for just a family gathering, you don't know what you're missing, right? You don't know what you're missing. It's an absolutely hilarious game. It's a real game. It's called Florida Man. Check your local Target, see if they have it in your area. Worth the $20.
Look at the detail of just cutting a hole in the door, right? Knowing it's a shitty door. The particle board wood in the front. They reinforced it with a slide thing in the back, and there's the chipping of the wood because they just cut it out, like they just kind of like sawed it off and broke it out.
Right, it was a normal door. There wasn't a slide door thing there.
Right, and you can see the inside, like the little details. Cutting through the wall, the studs.
Look at the lighting again. Look at the lighting. Look at the shadows. Try to pick out the stuff that you think is really made up and static.
I'm about to blow your mind. The attention to detail you're going to see in just a second. Okay, they get a close-up shot of something real fast. Okay, I mean each individual here looks completely different. Okay, look
at the lighting.
Look at the lighting, but then look at the marks on her arms and stuff. Right. The sunspots,
the body blemishes, yeah,
the blemishes, right? It gets even better. Look at her thigh here, okay? You see cellulite, okay? You can literally see the cellulite on her legs. Like, what are we doing, Rockstar? First, like, I know it's not a big deal, but you can literally see that's what happens when people have children and kids and stuff like that, you know?
Dupless, you can't really tell. You can't really tell where the cutoff is for the cutscene.
It's just like Grand Theft Auto now. It's a cutscene.
No, I understand that, but the way it's filmed, it's the same. Yeah. You can't tell really if it's a cutscene or you standing there. You know what I'm saying? It's not a definitive loading in one thing from another. I mean, look at the shadows and the lighting. Get me.
It makes you wonder, Alex, right? Smith says, so will these people have a full day-night cycles? We used to follow people in the other games, and you would see them.
Is he asking if there's going to be a day-night cycle? There is.
There is a day-night cycle. He wants to know if these people, like this girl that's making drugs right now, does she clock out and go home? You know what I mean?
Oh, well, that's something somebody from YouTube is probably going to do. Look at.
There's so many different color. Like I'm telling you, man, there's so many different lights.
There's different light sources in the room, and they're all doing their own thing. It's not just a blanket light source. Look at the dust. Look at the dust in the air.
Yeah, there's the halogen bulbs here, right? There's this one light bulb over here. There's that dome light bulb that everybody knows they have in your house.
There's a spot in your brain when you're watching something that dictates whether or not you're watching reality or you're actually playing a video game. And I think we're right on the line where if someone showed this to you and didn't tell you it was a video game, you would think you were watching a movie. You know what I'm saying? We're at that line. We're at that line.
Well, here's the thing, right? We always talk about how, well, at least I always talk about, there's a bar set, right? And they hit that bar with Grand Theft Auto 3 for the first time. And then when Grand Theft Auto Vice City came out, right? When Vice City came out, they hit that bar and went just a little bit above it, right? By adding the music in there and the way they did the storytelling there. Then they had San Andreas come out, and that was a bigger map with the workout stuff. They went above and beyond the bar they set ahead of time. Same with Grand Theft Auto 4, same with Grand Theft Auto 5, and now they've done it again with Grand Theft Auto 6. Yeah, that's a good point. The different hairstyles they have for all of the black people, right? Like, it's very genuine, right? They all have different hair, and it looks good. It doesn't look like a you know what I'm talking about? Like the old games, there was just like a matte standard hair type of thing. It looks good
with a shape to it. It's more than a shape. It's more.
Even her hair throughout this whole video, she has multiple hairdos, right? Yep. Wigs that she's wearing, has her hair up in different ways.
All right, so now here's the important part right here. Start it over. Just go back 10 seconds. Okay, now here's a big one. I'm not nitpicking. Remember, guys, I love Grand Theft Auto 2. I just don't fall for shit, okay? Right here where the cutscene stops and transitions into real, there is no cutaway. It's right then and there.
Yeah, that's fine. That's been in games before.
Okay, so I'm looking at this. There is no auto lock on. It's him moving the gun around. I'm not saying that's good or bad. What I'm saying is,
I thought it was automatic.
Somebody played this enough to know where to put the gun.
He knows exactly where they're coming from.
Where to put the gun, but it's not auto lock. Watch the cursor; it's constantly moving. It's not locking on.
He knows exactly where they're going to pop out. This guy's whoever did the video capture.
That's fine.
He's played it over and over.
I like the fact that the little words that come up to see where the thing is they needed to pick up doesn't break doesn't break the moment of what's happening in the scene. A word shows up. There's something here for you to pick up. Go ahead and just pick it up, and it goes away.
Yeah, just bag goes in, picks up the bag, the duffel bag. The duffel bag will come in later. I read an article about there's 3 different, or actually someone video show told me there's 3 different bank. There's a bank slot, a cash slot, and your duffel bag spot. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Now, everybody that you saw in here, this is all the clothes they had to put on the shelf, right? There's a little attention to detail. The cameras inside the actual place.
Look at the lighting. The lighting again. Look at the light. Look at the glare off the fluorescent bulb. Look at this. Yeah.
Now this is funny. This guy takes this guy and puts him through the wall. I want you to look at the attention to detail when they shoved him through the wall. Right? You have the sheetrock that he busted through. Right? You have the plaster. You have the installation on the inside. You have the inner wall. Right? Everything it like shatters and splinters. Right. Again,
look how he sheaths the gun behind him. Look how he sheaths the gun behind him.
They basically do what Red Dead does, right? He has the gun and it's on him. It doesn't just pull it out of his asshole, type of thing.
It's still not auto locking. He's doing manual aiming.
Yeah, I like the attention to detail. That's what sells it. Right? That's what sells it. Now we're not listening to the audio. We're just talking over.
If everyone doesn't understand, it's a dirty cop, by the way. Just if you haven't watched the trailer yet.
I have a little theory about that.
Look at the fog.
Yeah, now you have the emergency lights going off, right? Which is completely different lights than everything else.
The shadows.
Then you got the candles going on.
Here's my concern. This is a cultivated trailer, done proper on purpose to show you everything that they can
sure.
Do I believe that the whole game looks like this? I would hope it does, but this is a lot to ask, bro.
I think they're doing it. I think they're doing it because if anyone can do it, it's these guys from what they've done in the past. Look at the lighting. This little candle that's on the shelf here, shining through, and then seeing the wicker basket shadow up on the wall, and it's flickering. Like all of them are flickering.
Lighting is a big deal for making a scene look.
Did you see the lighting inside the actual mirror?
Mirror.
Did you see that?
Yep.
Right. Look at the light. You'll see this light in that mirror over there. Look, you see it right there. Right. It's It's a good mirror. You could walk up to that mirror. I wonder if you could see your character, because most of the time they like blur it out or something like that. Yeah, that's what they said, Jones. They said this is a standard PlayStation 5.
All right, so there's a transition here. This transition they skip. They go from
Right, and then they move on to another episode type of thing.
Yeah, it definitely looks like a movie trailer.
Now, see, he pulls out the Slim Jim out of his pants. I don't know if you noticed that.
That's fine.
Real quick.
That's fine. It's once again.
No, I'm saying that's real. Like, he had it in his front, and then he pulls it out.
But okay, but once again, do you get the feeling when you're watching that? Go back 10 seconds to the part where he just puts the thing in the car. Just go back 10 seconds. Just the scene by itself. Now, do you feel that the colors are blown out?
Here? No, I feel like this.
Do you feel like the lighting is blown out?
No, I feel like this is what it would be outside.
Right, so it's about noon. It's about like 11:30, 12 o'clock, by the way the sunlight is.
Yeah.
Right? Look at the shadows on everything in the scene.
Yeah.
Match what the time of day is. It's not just shadows on vehicles.
Look, I didn't even notice that before. You see like
the iguana running on the ground?
That's pretty fucking... There's so many iguanas down in Miami. Just to see that, that's pretty funny. I missed that. I missed that the first time. Right, the reflections off the cars. Each car has the different reflections on the bending on the stuff.
Absolutely, Dupless. I'm not saying they wouldn't, but you're trying to sell a video game. You just paid Netflix $100,000 to or whatever ridiculous amount of money.
Again, the detail.
So you have to show it in the best light possible. Do I believe the whole game's like this? I don't believe so.
I mean, look, we've seen Spider-Man. Yeah, we've seen Spider-Man, Watch Dogs, and all those Division all get a downgrade when they come out. Sure. Okay. This is why it'll definitely run like this on PC, but that PC is not coming out until next year. Well, right? The
PC version might come out in a couple weeks.
Again, look at the attention to detail here, right? I mean, just around you see the DVDs.
Is it a lived-in space?
Yeah, DVDs, books, and again. These are things that you can see with your eyes. Like you can read that. You can see what the names are on the things. Justin says, I'm curious, can you transport your boat to the water and get out, unload it, and put it in the water? It's funny. Sarge asked that with the jet skis because we saw jet skis before. He's like, I wonder if you could put those on a thing and drive them into the actual water. Again, look at the lighting off the phone on her face.
Right.
There's so many different lighting sources. The little Christmas lights hanging on the wall, plus the lights shining through the curtains.
Yeah, the suspension of disbelief we're on the line here. We're on the line. If there's no HUD at all, somebody might think you're watching TV.
Right. Well, there's no HUD here because these are cutscenes, right? We know that.
No, understandable. But the transition
look at this.
Cutscene and normal is
the light going into the camera and then making the artifacts of the stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lens. There's a lens there.
Camera lens there.
Yeah, there's a lens there. Right, you're walking through. Even the ceiling, if you look at the ceiling, it's got that uneven texture with the light.
Did you notice that photo on the wall? The DS is making fun of the OC. You remember that show?
Is that what it was? I thought it was Dolce & Gabbana, but it was done on that.
It's making fun of the show.
It's the DS instead of the OC.
The OC. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Look at the attention to the detail here.
Look at now. Of course. Now I'm not yelling at it. I don't care. The thing he grabs isn't there. It just appears in his hand. Completely fine. Sure. It's a video game, but look at the detail on the fridge.
Yeah, look at the detail with the labels and stuff like that, right? He grabs it and it pops out, right? Because obviously you're not gonna code specifically where he grabs for a split second thing.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just saying that look at the detail of the fridge. That's all. Look at the detail of the fridge.
As of right now, Jason, I am not picking it up day one. As of right now. Can that change? Sure. I got to see a lot more stuff. I want to know a little bit more for a day one purchase. But I
follow the shirt, bro. I'm sorry. I follow the shirt.
The shirt is no pre-orders, no day one, no full price for a half-ass game. Yeah. Now, is this game going to be half-ass? I don't know. I don't think it is. I don't think it is.
the commercial about Xanax hilarious.
Yeah. I thought I was waiting when I saw this pop up. I go, oh, this is where the Netflix thing's coming in. They're putting Netflix. You're going to be able to watch Netflix on the television set. Here it comes. That's what I thought they were going to do. They're going to show the Netflix logo.
Now, this is just animations of the show inside the video game that we're watching, which I think is even more hilarious.
Someone's job was just to make this stuff like this, right?
Yeah. Someone's job was to make the commercials for the television.
What was the last day one purchase you did? The last day one purchase?
Avengers?
Yeah, I think it was Avengers. Yeah, I pre-ordered Avengers. Yeah.
All right. See the transition? It was a cutscene and it goes into the video game. See
yeah, but
you don't even notice it. That's how good the transition is.
Yeah. Then it kicks in right there.
Look at the ship box he walks up to.
Yeah. I like that it's convertible and they show that it opens up.
It's a ship box. We used to call those the ship boxes.
Yeah. You can see that dust on it, the dust on the actual car.
You see right there, though, you don't even notice the transition between the mini cutscene and going into the game itself. That's how good it is.
Well, yeah. Well, the cut. You take control right there. Right there. You lock into place.
No, I think you take control when he comes up to the door. Watch it. Watch the transition. You'll see like a little, like not a hitch, but you see like a little moment. Watch. This is part of the cutscene right here where her and him are talking. Got a hand on the door. She says what she's going to say. Right there. Click. As soon as they pull back the camera, as soon as the camera pulls back, it's the transition.
I thought it was like 10 feet after he came outside the door.
They put
the mini map though. The mini map though, you can actually change that. Altern, like even in Grand Theft Auto now, you could make it farther out, can't you? I could have sworn you could.
Once again, look at the lighting.
Yeah, the amount of cars.
Like if you blink right now and someone showed this to you, you would think it's a drone following a car in real life.
Here's where I have.
You don't know it's a video game. Look at it.
Press X to doubt for a second. Okay, I understand they say it's running on a PlayStation 5, and I have to believe that because that's what they told me. But
I don't believe
the density of the actual cars that are on the screen right now, I don't know.
Now
there's a lot of cars.
I said this.
There's a lot of stuff happening on screen right now.
There's the reason why there's no cars in the left-hand lane is because this is part of the scene. They program it that way so that guys can just move and drive. Because otherwise, you might be stuck in traffic type of thing. Because if the game renders cars, then look at this.
You're driving it, but it's a slice of
I'm not comprehending that you're looking at the actual scene as a slice of a game rather than an open world sandbox. It's crazy.
The scene right here, I know exactly where they are. Right there.
I know exactly what bridge they're on.
Yeah, the part right here. This was impressive when they first showed it. When they first showed South Beach, the amount of lights, the amount of different color lights on this strip is, and then the cars on top of that, and the moon is just crazy.
That's actually Collins. It's not Ocean Drive. Ocean Drive has the park on the right side. You got the. Let me rewind here for a second. That little thing I went there. That's Collins Avenue.
Right when she has this is a car wash, right? This looks like a car wash.
Yeah.
Right. I like the fist fighting. Seems good.
Go back, do it again. Watch the combat moves. Watch what they do. It's not just the swinging. Watch what she does.
If she blocks.
Watch what she does.
If she ducks. She dodges, right? Then she blocks.
If they don't listen,
and then she punches.
I'm going to say this now. I'll agree with you a little bit. If they don't explain how she knows how to fight, and don't tell me because she was in jail, okay?
I think she's a cop.
I think she's the cop.
Yeah, I think she's a cop. I thought she was a cop 2 years ago when they first showed it.
Now, if they don't explain it, I'll agree with you. But if they explain it in its reality, I still think it's Jason. But
I think Jason. This is my backstory. This is my headcanon that I'm going with, Sarge. Okay. Jason is a ex-military guy because he is, okay? And he got in with the wrong guys, okay? And she is an undercover cop, but when she met him, she was undercover, so he thinks that she's part of the thing, right? She gets caught, goes in jail. He waits for her. She comes out. They actually have like she fell for the bad boy, but she's a cop. I think she's so far undercover, okay, that she has to stay hidden. And the cop that they're running from, she can't be seen because it'll blow her cover type of thing. That's the headcanon that I got going on right now.
All right. Let's see. Once again, those are not lock-ons. He's shooting by moving the cursor. There's no lock-on. This little move she does here, the little Western style one-handed shotgun load, that's pretty cool. Little mini game with the rednecks in the yard.
What about they're both cops and they're both undercover and they both don't tell the truth and that could be interesting. The skyline here. I think this is just another scene, another cutscene type of stuff they're having. A lot of cutscenes happen here. I wish they did a little bit more open world, driving around.
Right here, it's a cutscene, and now you transition into you moving around.
Right here, right there.
But it's it's done really well. It's done.
They say, okay, so I watched another YouTuber and he said that when you walk next to her, you can hold her hand type of thing. So it's almost like a cutscene, but like you can choose to hold her hand or not hold her hand when you guys are together. And supposedly there's like this system behind the scenes that works where if you show more emotion, like it opens up other things that happen inside the game when you're.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I'm just telling you what they said.
Who's they? Who's they?
The people that got to see the game when they got flown out to Rockstar.
You know the shills, all the shills
and saw it for 3 hours. They're starting to come out and talk about the actual stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll get to the shill squad later. Once again, look at the lighting.
We have that, Mr. Z. I got it. We'll talk about that afterwards. Yeah, see, like she's wearing a wig here. She gets caught, whatever, right? This is a completely different scene now. Again, the lighting in all these scenes, man. Like the amount of different outfits they have. Obviously, it's Grand Theft Auto. That's not really a big. I wonder if there's. See, I wonder how much you get for more realism, which takes you out of it. You know what I mean?
Look at the shadows and the lighting for the afternoon. Look at this.
Like this is a mission here where he talks and says, "I only need one of you," and you get to choose like which one you want. She says she's leaving. I wonder if when the game's out, if you can actually choose if you want her on the mission or him on the mission.
Well, that's exactly what they're doing right there. They're giving you an option.
I know
he or she should go,
but there's no option like right then. I wonder if that's just a cutscene and that's what it is, or you get to actually choose.
Look at the background.
Yeah, the background. Look at all the helicopters and airplanes in the back. There's like 5, 6 in the thing. Again, the attention to detail when they go in here.
Look at back up 10 seconds. Back up 10 seconds. Okay, watch when they put their masks on. Look at the lighting from the doorway. The sun's behind them, lit in the doorway with the reflections and the sun. Look.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you would like in the normal movie, there would be a camera there, but they have to hide the camera. But they're showing it to you like there's no camera.
Right.
You're still getting to watch it from a fourth person.
Again, look at just all the attention to detail of the boxes, the stickers, the labels, everything. Like this, like it's crazy. Small, you're on camera. When he knocks in the box, now I want to know if this is going to happen when you're in there, right? If it's a cutscene and all the bottles shake off the shelf like that, or if you come in and hit stuff, it falls off the shelves like that. That'd be interesting. Again, something that doesn't really matter. It's not a nitpick. It's just more realism.
What you're seeing here is them when they're first starting out. When they're talking to the guy on the roof, that has to come later because small time bullshit is what they do before they get in with the in crowd. This robbing stores is like low level shit. If you're trying to come back from debt or whatever else you're doing in the crime world, that's what you do. The small time hits. You're not doing jobs for people after.
Well,
This is what you do first.
I think this is the prologue, right? So this is the prologue, and then she gets busted. She gets busted, and then you control him, and it'll say time passed. You have to go pick her up at prison. That's where it's going to pick up. You get doing the small time robberies like this.
Do you think she knows him before she goes to jail, or she meets him after jail?
No, she knows. This is before jail.
Because he picks her up at the jail.
I think this is before jail right here.
Yeah,
I think everything you're watching right now.
This is prologue.
Everything you're watching right now. The job that the guy gave him on the roof is the reason she goes to jail. Right? All of this right here. This right here is what puts her in jail.
Yeah, but the job she looks at when she looks out the window and they show it, it's like a check cashing place or a bond bailsman.
Yeah, I think
when she's sitting in the diner and the waitress tells her to walk away, or you have to pay.
They wipe.
I mean, look at this, bro.
Can you go in all those buildings? You know what I mean? Are you going into these buildings?
I don't know, bro.
30's seen the leaks. He knows too much. I didn't see the leaks. I've only watched 2 leaks.
I've watched all the leaks.
I watched 2 leaks. I watched the basketball one, and then I watched the last one, whatever, where he was like the beach scene, whatever it was. I don't look at that shit.
Look at the sun, look at the shadows, look at the render. Look at this. You know what road that is, right, Mike? You know what road that is, right?
That's where you go to take it to cruises.
That's 195, yeah. That's 195.
That's what I'm asking, 30. I want to know how many buildings have interiors. Yeah. It's beautiful. The clouds, the light behind the cloud. I've had this exact scene. I've driven down this road and done this exact thing. Does this take place? Does this take place in like 2020, modern day, like 2026? Is that what this takes place?
I don't know. It looks like modern day, bro. The cars and whatnot.
Well, yeah, with the cell phones and the streaming. In my head canon, because I just seen too many films. In my head canon, she falls for him. She's the cop. She pushes him to trust her, but then she lies to him because she's been the cop the entire time, and something like that. I don't know.
All right, so while we're talking here, okay, chat. So question out to you: what do you feel right now? Guys in chat are paying attention. What do you guys feel up to right now? Like, what's your feelings about what you're seeing? Real, fake, indifferent, a slice that they curated. What are you guys feeling? What do you guys feel?
Real quick, I'm gonna play this. Tell me if this guy's voice is John Leguizamo. Okay.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Go?
Yeah, go. Like right fucking now.
Is that John Leguizamo's voice? Or
it might be. So back him up, back it up a little bit. Let him get in the car.
Yep.
You miss me?
I've been busy. You gonna text this guy? The dude could be a cop for all we know.
He's not a cop, all right? He's just cautious. It's probably why he survived so long. We could learn something.
Maybe you could.
Yeah, you're the perfect criminal.
Jason, Lucia,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we gotta go.
Go?
Yeah, go. Like right fucking now. What you think I needed to live for?
Shit.
It sounds like Leguizamo.
right? It does sound like him.
It does sound like Leguizamo.
Jason's voice sounds off.
A little bit. I know what they're saying. A little bit.
Now this is interesting here, right? So this is one of the mechanics they say you can do. Now, obviously, he's jumping in the back seat. Now, they said that you could swap. So, like right now, you're playing as him, right? So he's shooting the cops, and she's driving automatically. So it's like on rails, where you could also drive, and then he's shooting, and you're not controlling him, type of thing.
Look at the physics.
Yeah, when they shoot the cars, and they flip.
It's got the Michael Bay sparks on the front end of the car, though.
Bad Boys, Michael Bay. Yeah, look at that. Going down the alleyways and stuff like that. Very cool.
Like a movie. It's not realistic. It's like a movie. Sparks don't shoot off.
Definitely, this is on rails and stuff like that. But that's what this part of the
scene is. Yeah, that's what that scene is.
Now they talk about. Now we'll go through the list a little bit later. But they talk about how they talk about how the cops are after you. They're hunting you. They're not chasing you. You can't just hide in a spot like this and get away. Like they show the cop goes by and stops and goes, oh, he notices you because he happened to look down that way and saw the description of the car or whatever.
Go back 10 seconds. Let it play. I want to hear his voice again. I'm pretty sure it's Leguizamo.
You want me to take the wheel?
What? No.
Look, you think everything always goes as planned, huh? No, Mommy, no. There will always be some kind of bullshit. A professional adapts. Are you a professional, Lucia? Huh?
Of course.
Good. I need a professional.
Now, it could be Leguizamo. It could be.
Yeah, they don't appear on the if you noticed here, I'll go back a little bit here. If you notice, the cops don't appear. Okay, they don't appear on the mini map, as Krebsy says it, right? If you look at the mini map when they're driving, it's just cops are after you. You don't see the mini map. You see a highlighted very lightly around like where you're going.
That could be because it wasn't finished in their prep.
No, they've set it out. They've interviewed people. They said that the cops do not appear on the actual mini map anymore. So you have to pay attention where they're coming from and where you hear them from. I like how there's a car that's just blown up in the street there. Here, I'll fast forward just a little bit here. All right, now it kicks in. Now you're driving her. Like now you're taking over her.
Right, now you're driving instead of
you're driving.
Shooting.
Yeah. And again, I think this is all part of just to teach you, right? So now you're not controlling him at all. Now you're just driving.
Look at the fucking detail, dude. This is insane, bro.
Yeah. Right. So now you have to run it, which it makes you wonder, how do you get away? Right. How do you get away from them? You got to be a better driver.
My brain is having trouble translating whether or not I'm watching a video game or I'm watching a TV show. And the fire effects are decent. Look at that.
So you guys, you understand why this is why I asked you what year takes place, because again, I'm not in the dating scene anymore, but when a girl wore her G-string up above that was a late 90s, early 2000 thing.
The game is 13 years old, bro.
No, I understand that. What I'm saying is that's why I wanted to know where the period this takes place in. I didn't see it, so I didn't know there was a streamer later in the video. Obviously, there's smartphones, but obviously it's a fake world as well.
But pop culture moves quick. 13 years is a long time.
Yeah, I don't know if it's back in style is what I'm saying. That's why I didn't know what period piece it was in.
I mean, okay. It's starting to wig me out a little bit on how it looks because my brain's not breaking down reality or video game.
Right. That's crazy amount of detail. Right. Then it cuts from this to the next thing. Right.
I think let me put you this way. I think the ambition level for this is way higher than Cyberpunk, and Cyberpunk is fiction up the ass. Right? This is insane.
It's very impressive. It's very impressive. Again, it's just the detail, right? Like look at the detail of where this truck is and the reflection coming off of here, just everything. It's absolutely nutty. I like that there's two protagonists. They said that there was a spot where they thought they were going to put 4. This also blew my mind here. This is very short. They don't really show a lot about this, but look at the crystal clear. There's manatees in the water there. Right? This is sort of like the leak underwater. This shit here, like what's happening right now? Right? Then you got the workout where you can work out. Okay, so you're gonna be buffing up.
Yeah, but once again, you have to give me a reason why I'm working out. And here's what I mean. I can tell you. I just know a guy. I don't mean for physical looks. I'm talking about if I'm too thin,
it gives you a buff.
Into a fight, and I get into a fight, I'll get knocked down easier than if I was buffed up.
It gives you a buff. So the guy said that if you don't want to work out, because if you don't want to do it at all, you don't have to. But if you want to, it's like sort of like in survival games, if rest or you go to sleep, it gives you a health buff, so you have a little bit of thing, right? That's basically what it's doing. It's doing stuff to your health or to your fighting. It's going to give you stat boosts if you do the things that you want. If you don't do it, then no, that's what I'm telling you. This is what they're doing. I'm telling you, that's what it is, right? So if you want to work out, yes, not just physically that it makes your guy look differently, it also benefits you from a stat point of view. Yeah, working out will increase your strength. Yeah, the attention to detail on the words, the banners, like you could literally read the money. The racing, I wonder how big this is. Like a racing game inside the actual game itself. You got a repair shop, all physical stuff inside there.
She hides the gun behind her back.
Yeah,
she's got a mask on.
All right, they're taking out.
Here's the
take out jewelry stores.
I know exactly where they are right there.
I wonder if you could shove. I know he's coming out of the trunk. I wonder if you could take guys and shove them in the trunk and like.
Well, I think that might be part of the joke because they show the mission you're on with this little influencer. He's in the trunk while he's driving around.
Yeah, that's South Beach right there. Ocean Drive, whatever. This is interesting too. So
now that looks like lock on a little bit. Back up a little bit. That looks like lock on. That's the first time I noticed lock on. The lock on wasn't in the beginning of the video. That looks like lock on.
Yeah. So you do dirt biking.
You go mudding.
That's the fucking arena where the Heat play. That's Bayside over there, behind there.
It's Bayside.
Yep. Yeah. This blew my mind when she jumps off the building here, and you look at this, like, bro.
I mean, what are we talking about here with draw distance?
They said this is 3 times the size of the Red Dead Redemption map, 2 times the size of Grand Theft Auto 5, 11 times the size of the original Vice City.
You say there's no lock on, Krebsy, but that looked like lock on. You can see the way the cursor moved a little bit. In the beginning, there wasn't lock on. He was moving the cursor, but that looked like in her shooting range. That looked like lock on because it stopped too clean. It stopped too clean.
See, if you notice real fast when she switches, watch the little video that pops up over here, the little icon.
It's just the two faces are there. Yeah,
it shows the 2 faces, but it has a devil horns underneath them, and it has a heart between them. Meaning,
what's the relationship between the two of you?
The relationship between the two of you, and then also what your if you've been robbing stuff or if you're good standing and stuff like that. So there's going to be an angel devil type of mechanic in here, sort of like what Fable used to do, right? People will treat you differently based on how you are, reacting in the world itself. There's like a morality system in here.
Like if you don't treat each other right, the heart starts to break apart a little bit, so you're not really close with each other.
Yeah. That could be maybe that when you do the shooting range that she's doing, maybe it gives you a lock on, like a special ability, sort of like a bullet time type of thing.
So she's just jumping off a roof, and he's hanging out with his buddy watching TV.
Yeah.
Now this is next level stuff when they get noticed and they get more infamous, that they get better jobs. This whole job thing is after the small time shit. After
you're working your way up.
Look at the hair, bro.
Yeah, I think that's a wig for her this time around.
Whether it's a wig or not.
No, I'm just saying. In the story wise, I think it's a wig for her. It's just sort of like the blonde hair was too.
They've come a long way with hair. Let's put it that way.
The ladies from GTA 5, this girl.
Once again, look at the lighting.
There's no way anyone can look at Lucia and say it's woke because of the way she looks. She's smoking. Like she's a good looking woman.
Look at the lighting.
Yep.
Shadows coming from multiple directions. Lighting source from multiple directions. Clean, crisp lighting and shadow.
Look at the puddles, the lighting, the landscape in the back. Street racing again. Now look at the density of this. Now the clip.
This is insane.
The clip that I saw. Okay, obviously this is a cutscene. Okay, but in the game itself, the cutscene I saw of the beach, there's a lot of fucking people on the beach. All right, there's a lot of people in this club. It's looks so good.
Mega Mundo is Telemundo. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Look again. Okay, back up 10 seconds. Look at the lighting from across the street with the halogen and mixed in with the street light. And look how the light falls. Look. Watch this.
Yeah, it looks.
My brain cannot tell if I'm looking at I'm looking at reality or not. It's weird.
I'm telling you, you could play this game for 100 hours and just walk around and look at just what the job they've done in the game.
What engine is this?
It's their own engine.
Is this still their own engine?
Yeah. Jesse Max says it is GTA 6 30 frames per second with 4K graphics yet. Look, I would rather have a game at 30 frames locked at 30 frames consistently, 30 frames per second, than have it say it's 60 frames per second and it drops down to 30. Do you know what I mean? Like if they could lock it in at 30, people are not going to care, man. I'm telling you, you're not going to care.
Does this so it feels good? Does this look like Rage to you? Does this engine look like Rage? A modified Rage?
Yeah, no, it's Rage. It's Rage's engine. Like just the detail on the clothes itself. You can see the stitching for fuck's sake.
You see the wrinkles on the suit while he walks.
Yeah, you see the stitching in the fabric. You see it wrinkle as he walks and it moves. It's not stiff on him. We've come a long way since Grand Theft Auto 3, man.
You know what? Okay. I think I have a good example. Have you ever watched those 3-dimensional walkthroughs of real estate?
Yeah.
Okay. They have somebody who really walks through this house with a GoPro, and you're walking through the house, right? That's what this looks like to me. It looks like somebody has walked through an area for real, and then you put the character in place of where the camera was. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't tell. If I wasn't told it was fake and I was just watching it, I'd be like, "What show is this?"
Yeah, just everything they've done, what they're showing. Again, vertical slices of different parts in the game. With the leaks that they showed, even though it's not the best footage, the two that I saw, I'm impressed with what I saw. And then I saw this, and I'm like, holy shit. I was like, they're cooking. Yeah, this is the first next gen game, basically.
Yeah, honestly, that's what this looks like. Finally, look at the goddamn lighting.
There's so many different practical lights going on. And again, the amount of detail for each person, because all the NPCs don't look the same anymore.
That scene right there is straight out of Die Hard. Straight out of Die Hard.
Whoever plays this game, whoever's controlling him, has played it so much, he just locks on exactly where they are.
He knows where they are
all times.
He knows where their heads are going to be. Look. Those are not. That's not lock on.
Yeah,
that's manual. That's manual moving.
He's played it so much.
And he's precise. He's doing proper gunning.
Now, see this pop up here, like the text is coming in.
Like a movie.
Yeah.
Guys everywhere. This scene is straight out of Die Hard, bro. Just with two people instead of one. They come out of the elevator. Guy's doing a speech. It's some kind of party. Guy in the elevator's dead. Instead of being ho ho ho, I got a machine gun. There's C4 in there and blows up the goddamn elevator. Okay, right here. This. Look at this. Look at this.
And she's getting her ass kicked here.
Right.
But it's believable. You know what I mean? It's believable that, and then what she does to get away. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see more. I really want to know what they're going to do for online. That's what I really want to know.
He's doing professional shit, dude. He's popping off 1 or 2 shots.
He's ex-military. Yeah, he's ex-military, which makes sense, you know?
Those are clean headshots. That's not lock on.
He hasn't shot anybody not in the head.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the thing I didn't like in GTA 5 is if you don't shoot the guys in the head, they keep getting back up again. I don't like that shit. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah,
there's bullet time. There's
bullet time. Bullet time. Yeah.
Now watch when he comes out of bullet time. Look how fast it goes up. So it doesn't stay down for long. It's not like it's a long time to wait. Watch how you can see how fast it comes back up. Watch. He's doing bullet time. Now he's back into look how fast the meter's going up.
Yeah.
That's like 30 seconds, 45 seconds before you get it back again. Stabs him with the fucking high heel.
And she shit talks him at the same time.
You try wearing them, bitch.
Yeah.
Is what the line is.
And then right here, dead. I made a joke in Discord. I said, she's dead. I said, if she's alive, I would have to hit restart because if I'm controlling her, it's a checkpoint. You know what I mean? And that's where it ends.
All right,
that's where it ends.
Now we're gonna go to chat. We're gonna leave this playing in the background. We're gonna go to chat now. All right, chat. You've watched it. You've watched the leak. You've watched whatever. I want to hear some people in chat. Like, what do you guys really think? Seriously, what do you guys really think? What did you just watch? What did you just watch?
All right, as chat's doing that, right? I'm gonna give you a list of 69 things IGN noticed. Okay, it says as of GTA 5, you can switch between the game's leads at any time while exploring the open world. While designed to remain available as often as possible, switching may be also disabled for certain points in the story. Number 2, when playing as one character, you can do things solo, or you can summon the other one to help out with open world activities or simply hang out. To do that, you have to call her or him on text or your partner in crime at any time, and they will travel to you for your location. Okay. 3, when traveling in a car together, you can switch seats and allow for your other character to drive if you fancy a little break and you want to just chill out in the radio. So let's say you want to look at the phone and surf. You're like, hey, Lucia, she jumps over. You're using Jason still, but you're scrolling through the phone because the actual internet works on the phone. So you're going through little TikToks and stuff like that. Okay. 4, if you're out of your own for most of the day, you might get a text from Jason or Lucia reminding you that to lock up the house when you get back, or if you get back late, or letting you know that you're heading to bed. Ignoring these messages may result in your relationship being negatively affected. Okay. 5, at the beginning of the story, Jason and Lucia pursue a romantic relationship. Whether it ends up happening is up to you, though this also manages by spending time together outside of missions, as a critical story path may not provide a sufficient amount of time. So basically, game can get longer or shorter based on if you want to have a relationship with each other inside the game as well. Number 6, ways to strengthen the couple bond include exploring, going shopping, visiting hair salons, or exercising as a pair. And of course, committing robberies together. This is GTA after all. There's almost certainly plenty of other couples activities to do too. Okay. Number 7, no matter how these teases things get between the pair. Okay.
Switch off.
Oh, what do I have? I have the, hold on. I got the wrong thing playing, huh? Let's go back over here. We'll play that again. Sorry, I didn't know it was going over to the next thing. All right. So number 7, no matter how tense things get between the pair, they'll still have each other's backs, even if they're not close romantically. As a narrative running through the main mission requires this, how close they are at certain points does affect how the story will play out, though. Interesting. Okay. Number 8, there's no specific gameplay benefits to earn by building a strong romantic connection, meaning romance is completely optional. Okay, and role-playing decisions for players to make. Number 9, if you do want to engage with the side of things, though, you can also hold hands while you're out and about and pull in the right trigger. Other little touches include being able to hold doors open for each other. So again, just more role-playing type of stuff like that. Number 10, and then we'll go to chat for a second. Jason and Lucia can also live in the same safe house together and each operate their own schedules to make their behavior in the world feel as believable as possible, right? So you can have night shift, day shift, you control each of the people. You can make them one do, whatever. So what do you think, Sarge, for the 10 that I just spoke of, relationship-wise, doing stuff?
Well, it depends on how much role playing you want to do. I could see a lot of role playing going on in this fucking game, bro. On the online version, forget about it, bro. Forget about it. Here's my first question. With a map this big, is it still going to be 16 people in a server? I'm curious.
Well, I don't know about the online. I have no idea.
I'm just curious. Like, with a map this big, do you think it'd still be 16? My issue is that they show you the creme de la creme. At the end of the trailer, they show you it's captured. It's captured on a PS5. Didn't say PS5 Pro. It said captured on a PS5. Is the PS5 melting? Is it going to do the red ring of death? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? Captured on the PS5. Like, just a normal PS5?
And don't worry about it. I'll cut it out, that part out of the video if it gets hit. Number 11, because there's no sound, there's no audio. GTA 6 safe houses are more comparable to Red Dead Redemption 2's camps than the series' traditional houses, meaning other people could also pop in and out. One home we saw even belonged to someone other than Jason and Lucia, so that you can also move across different safe houses. Number 12, these bases are designed to be more interactive than equivalent from any other GTA, like in Red Dead Redemption 2. You'll be able to shorten or shave your hair. Facial hair, new styles will also be need to cut at the salon or barber. Number 13, multiple personal vehicles can be owned by each character and kept in safe houses. They have working trunks. There you go. I answered my question. Working trunks. You can also store and change your clothes and weapons in them and aid in fighting escaping the law. So there you go. So you have to get away from them and then change your clothes and then like abandon your car and then walk off somewhere to get away from them, not just drive away, right? Type of stuff. Number 14, as in the normal GTA, hair salons and clothing stores can also be found throughout the open world, but each will now have an exclusive item that's signature hairstyles to encourage you to visit different ones. So now this kind of gives me a bad taste in my mouth for what they said there, because the $100 version, there's different stores that you can't access unless you get the $100 version.
You won't get to go. You won't get to be able to get the Dolce Gabbana hairdo unless you purchase the $100 game. That kind of bullshit.
Right. Number 15, as well as cosmetic, Jason and Lucia appears they can change depending on which activities you engage with. Going to the gym increases their muscular and strengths, but overeating will make them gain weight. Eating does provide substantial boosts to the character's health, though. Each of these activities can perform solo or as a couple. Number 16, Nielsen described the map as being very big. Though no definitive size have been given, each district is populated with buildings and people that are also styled to fit the culture and the locations. Number 17, the map display on the pause screen is much more detailed than in previous GTA games, with the satellite imagery replacing the previous rudimentary Google Maps appears to be blocks and streets. Number 18, exploration is rewards, and also so an encouragement to spend time away from the story missions. Events and missions are not limited to those that found through the objectives of map icons. So it makes you go explore, which I think is very smart, because when you make a game like this,
you have to give reasons. You have to give a reason why to go to different regions or areas of the city. You have to.
Right, but just explore it. It's not going to be on the map. You'll find stuff that events and missions that are not on the actual map. Like there won't be a point.
Right, until you go there. Until you drive past it.
It says random events will occur naturally in the world. Example, for one such interaction and the options to give some pills to a questionable lawyer sitting on in a dumpster, grant him the drugs and he'll lend you some legal advice, okay, which might play out later in the game for you. Number 20, you can fast travel using the taxi app called Ride Me. Okay, if you're in a car and another passenger, you can also talk to them and have full conversations over the course of the drive. Okay, so you're like more of like just living in the world type of thing.
It's a role play thing. Yeah.
Number 21, don't want to spend time listening to the general public? Well, fear not, as the radio is here to save you. A typical GTA fashion, there are both radio and TV advertisements to amuse you, more both than in any prior game in the series. We saw one for Desperation Drug, and also the sandwich thing, which contains a light 30,000 calories. Number 22.
Do you have an earpiece where you can listen to the radio while you're walking around?
You could probably put earbuds in, I would think. Maybe you go to the store and pick them up. I don't know. It says you can also distract yourself by browsing the apps on your phone. These include returning Instagram parodies, Snapmatic. This time, though, you can't post your own photos due to Jason and Lucia being a couple on the run and not wanting to leave a digital footprint. Instead, you can lurk fellow accounts and browse general content on it. So one of the content creators was talking about this. He says that you can scroll through your phone, find someone that did a post. It'll show up on the map, and you can drive to them and interact with that person. Like you find them through your phone and stuff. So it says the phone menu no longer pops up at the bottom right corner of the frame. Instead, the camera now zooms in on Jason and Lucia, handed when they also pull it out of their pocket, with the phone being the actual in-game item rather than a part of the HUD. It's similar presentation on how Red Dead Redemption 2 shifts in first person when Arthur cleans one of his pistols, right? So as you pull the phone out, it'll go to the first, I guess, like the first person type of thing. There are many open world activities to engage with, including but not limited to playing pool, mini golf, kayaking, going to the zoo, scuba diving, parachuting, jumping, and going to the gym, right? So there's just a couple that they know about. Number 25, when at the zoo or in the wild, you can study animals, and each new one you find can be checked off a list. This system is derivative from the Red Dead Redemption 2. So you can go to a zoo, and as you find animals and learn about the animals, it crosses off your list. Dogs can also be petted or scolded if you're heartless human, it says. Number 27, aside from animals, we're also a human wildlife. There's a NPC consisting of far greater variations in body shape, height than any previous Rockstar game, depending on the size. The game dynamically retargets animations so they interact with the environment other than the characters in a realistic way as possible. Number 28, you can also interact with NPCs using an evolved version of the system. Red Dead Redemption 2 with conversation options available when the character is targeted. While your gun isn't holstered, greet and taunt or both introductory prompts, as well as diffuse and provoke if someone is being aggressive towards you. So they react to whatever you're before they're like, oh my God, he's got a gun type of thing. But now they react differently based on what you're doing with that gun, right? You saw her when she went through to go rob the thing. She put it behind her back, and the guys were like, oh, and they kind of like ran off type of thing. 29, you can also stand by the NPCs and listen to their conversations. Think you'll notice eavesdropping, though. You may confront you if they think you're overstepping a boundary. Same goes with the NPCs thinking you've been following them for an uncomfortable amount of time. So people used to follow NPCs in the game just to see where they go. Now they get freaked out, and they'll confront you if you're following them, which I think is pretty funny, right? Because number 30, sometimes, though, NPCs may just choose to initiate violence with them. The protagonists are not only civilians of Vice City, but there's also surrounding area who carry weapons on their person, that happens in the regular game as well. People start shooting you and whatnot, confrontation. These conversations, interactions can also trigger activities which create an organic experience alongside more traditional player select missions. Even ambient dialogue can also create emergence events. Okay, number 32, spontaneously propose nearby activities or jobs, allowing to intend a trip to turn into a different emergent activity, should you agree to their idea. So as they're driving down, they'll be like, oh, you want to go hit that store up? You want to go rob that bank? Hey, you want to go to the hair salon? So you might get sidetracked by them talking. 33, to help locate useful items and avoid police in the world, you can also use a new focus system that highlights things of interest in the world. Number 34, you also, on the wanted level system to kick in, the crime must first be witnessed by an NPC or alarm trigger. Okay, so if you do it cleanly and no one triggers it or
that's the same joke from Red Dead Redemption. I saw that over there. Like everybody sees you. Everybody sees you.
Right, everybody sees you.
Same print. You have to kill off the witnesses. In this game, you're going to have always witnesses. You're not going to be able to do something without somebody noticing you.
Number 35, the dispatch officers will then get specific information about the reported incident and respond to the area of the crime. The hot area can remain marked on the map even after Jason and Lucia have left the area. Police can also continue to search at the scene for a period of time until it cools down. Okay. Number 36, GTA 6 seen to return to 6-star wanted level after GTA 5 changed it to 5 stars. 1 star of heat is intended to relatively easy to escape, while 6 offers a classic high chaos GTA getaway experience. Number 37, a 3-star or higher can be hard to escape if you're in the city, unless you have a very fast vehicle. There is due to tighter, narrow streets and the high density of population of people and traffic, rather than risking a car chase. Alleys and offshoots of the streets can also be used to flee or on foot. GTA 6 is also reworking movement, including running, jumping, and climbing to make it feel smoother. Now, I don't know if they talk about this here. I'll keep reading, then because I have a bit of information there. Number 38, when wanted, the police can learn what you look like, as well as also what you're wearing. These details indicated by different icons that appear under your wanted level on the HUD. Changing your hair will remove the appearance icon. Oh, right. There's 4 dots on the upper right-hand corner. One is style of clothes, your hair, what you're wearing, whatever it is, right? So every time you do one of those and change one of those, it diminishes your star level, basically. Okay. Number 39, equipping a mask during a crime and then removing it as you escape can prevent description of your appearance, even making it way away from the police, even if you're caught on CCTVs. So it makes more sense to put a mask on, right? Have a reason to do it, as he's robbing the bank now. Number 40, but the cops can also know the vehicle you're driving. So abandoning a recognized vehicle and entertaining a different one is also another way to reducing heat. Number 41, during a police search.
So basically, if you're going to rob a store, wear the mask, steal a car, change cars, change clothes. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like that kind of thing, right? You have to plan it out. You can't just run.
Right. During a police search, Lucia and Jason can opt to split up, divert the police attention, and also be reported to the suspects or a couple. You can also tell the other character to flee during an encounter to take the heat for yourself. If the pair is separated while escaping, you'll later get a text from other partner once the coast is clear. Okay. Number 42, the classic white wanted star will also be displayed as a hollow outline if the police don't know what you look like, meaning as long as you leave the area of the crime without drawing attention to yourself, you should be able to be clear. So there's lines around the thing. So there's the colored in star, and then there's the outline of the star. If either Jason or Lucia is arrested or traditional busted screen appears, you'll also be respawned into the world, even if the other one is still escaping from the crime scene. It looks like they're going into something else. So cars, Sarge, I don't know if you know about this. Cars have tracking chips in them. Okay. So you have to steal certain cars in this game. If you steal a cop car, the cop car obviously has a chip in it. You can't get rid of it. They know where you are on the map. So if you steal a cop car, they're going to find you in there, whatever. If you steal an expensive car, okay, you have to have the proper tools to hack the chips out of the, like a scanner or whatever, to find the chip, to get it out of the car before you can steal the actual car. So it makes it just a little bit more detailed. If you're going to take a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a Bugatti, or stuff, I know those are not cars in the game, but the likeness of the car.
Yeah, but they are.
Yeah, but so if you want to steal a high profile car, they're going to have tracking chips in them, and you have to remove the tracking chip before you can actually either take that or go to a chop shop and get a chop shop. Will take it out and remove it for you. You got to pay an extra fee and stuff like that. Not all confrontations have the result of police being summoned, though. Some scenarios can also diffuse with violence, such as aiming but not firing a gun at the NPC, causing them to flee. Number 45, sometimes escalation is designed to be unavoidable, though it's such as on some story missions overall. A hit-and-run approach is encouraged, with the idea that you also get in and out of a crime scene before the police arrive and kicks off, so you have time before the cops get there. 46, get yourself into a shootout. You'll be now able to incapacitate enemies with the alternative just than killing them. You can aim for their arm or leg, put them down on a non-lethal, or you can be more accurate enough to shoot their weapon out of their hand to disarm them. Okay, so you can shoot them in their shooting arm, get rid of them. You can disarm them, so you don't have to kill actually anybody. Imagine doing a scene like that, running around the entire game without killing anybody. You just incapacitate them. You got slow motion moments.
I can't imagine doing that. It's not going to happen.
Slow motion moments, particularly impressive violence, will be showcased from cinematic camera angles, much like Red Dead Redemption 2 highlighted some Arthur's best shots. Number 48, a criminal profile system is GTA 6 version of Red Dead Redemption honor system, but distinct from its, as there is a clear defined right or wrong morale to the way you play. So it's whatever way you want to play. A consistent pattern of behavior might affect how the world and the people within it react to you for free roaming, as well as how the main story can play out. Action involving unnecessary moments of violence and causing more mayhem can cause to contribute to your profile. Additionally, acts as a contribute to being a good citizen, such as throwing your way your own trash, or also adjust your criminal profile. Number 50, crucial crimes committed when on a mission and robberies or a situation when you're forced to use aggression won't necessarily shift your criminal profile. So it's like a standalone thing. It's the profile is more for the open world type of thing. 51, Rockstar intends for money to matter more in the story than the previous GTA games. You'll also sometimes be required to raise a certain amount of capital in order to flow the main missions, to move the main mission forward. Okay. Number 52, the main ways of making money include boosting and selling cars, holding up businesses, robbing stores, and executing bank heists. Okay, so there you go.
All those are robberies.
Yep. Number 53.
Giving me a list of 3 things that are all the same thing is still robberies. Boosting cars would have to be in it. It's called GTA.
It's called Grand Theft Auto. Number 53, robbery targets can also approach by either Jason or Lucia solo or as a couple. Doing a job together counts towards growing their relationship. Number 54, jobs can be executed in different ways as greed versus speed becomes a huge factor. We were just talking about that for Grand Theft Auto 5, right? It may be quicker to use some of the explosives to blow up the safe, but it will also damage the loot inside. Take a little longer to search around the business and the safe combinations, and you also earn more money, but the risk of the law enforcement's turning up in mid-heist. Now, that still breaks down to if I blow up the stuff and make $1 million or take my time and make $1.5 million, but the extra time is not worth it. You know what I mean? People are going to figure that out. 55, police presence can also even build outside the store or bank and wait for you to leave. Thankfully, a lot of the robbery locations offer alternative routes of escape, such as a back door.
You'd have to, anytime you're going to rob anything,
you got to case out the place.
You got to case it out.
Yeah. 56, stolen goods will then need to be sold to a fence, as once again, GTA 6 takes a leaf out of Red Dead Redemption 2's book. Fences exist for items such as jewelry and also for cars. So you have your cash in your pocket. You have your bank, your credit card or whatever, right? You have your bank, you have cash, and you have your duffel bag. She's got the duffel bag on right now. Perfect timing. Okay. The duffel bag is the stuff that anything goes in the duffel bag that has to go to the fence. Anything that's in that duffel bag goes to the fence. You have to go to the fence to get it cleaned and whatnot. So same thing as Red Dead Redemption 2. 57, a fence looking for cars may also give you information such as the code for a police impound, that also the home to vehicles ready to boost and crash in on. Number 58, getting behind the wheel of a stolen vehicle won't be as simple as the past GTA games, though. Cars now have categorized by a tier system, with more expensive models providing a much tougher challenge to get into. Number 59, when approaching a parked car and taking your fancy, the first thing you'll want to do is use a new phone app to scan the vehicle. This will tell you how much it's worth, the cost of its registration, is it a personal vehicle, whether it's locked or alarmed, and it will also be if it has a tracker. So your phone, you have to get an app to do all that stuff when you get a car now. Number 60, different tiers and types of vehicles require different tools of entry, such as a simple Slim Jim or older for less secure cars, or technology advanced key cloner for modern cars. A prestige vehicle, some cars will be inaccessible early on in the game because it's necessary. The tools are not required until later on in the story. So you can't just go up to any car and break into it. You have to have the right tool for the right job. If you don't want to have tracking devices, then you have to go steal old cars. Okay. 61, any car that is occupied in a driver's seat can be stolen, though with the carjacking working just how you remember it from previous GTA, so nothing changed there. 62, any car you stole or steal will be worthless if you deliver it with the fence damage. The challenge of delivering a prestige car is made harder by narrow streets, denser traffic in GTA 6, which have both been designed with increased realism in mind. Number 63, some vehicles will also be fitted with advanced trackers, which also alert the police for your location or drive too slow. This means you'll either need to pick up a speed or abandon the car. This one next goes for missions and stories. 64, GTA 6 stories will include choice of both big and small, with some minor decisions accumulating and resulting in larger consequences. Some major choices will result in significant immediate changes. Overall narrative has been designed to support repeat playthroughs. Number 65, through Rockstar's often prioritizes direct storytelling with specific plot beats need to be delivered. The studio has attempted as much as possible with GTA 6 to connect the open world actions to each of the characters' identities and their stories. Number 66, as much as given the gameplay choice with missions, we also were shown a tower block mission, which also contained multiple escape routes. A mission where you can also freely choose between being a driving seat or shooting beside it. The police also chases, which is also an optimal path, and the freedom suggests it's also allowing you to other routes of escape. Number 67, Lucia's ankle tag will play a notable part of the story. I didn't even see her have an ankle tag. So everything this is definitely before she gets arrested then. This is all prologue that we saw, because not one thing did she have did she get caught and have the bracelet on, right? They also have been dense. The story is designed. Where is it? Lucia's ankle tag will also be a notable part of the story and key of how she and Jason are brought together. They each have a dense backstory that are sometimes outright revealed, other than times alluded to. Could be strong relationship revealing hidden secrets. That makes sense. Get more on jobs. Maybe you find out more about each other, right? 68. The story is designed to reward spending time in the world rather than moving directly from mission to mission. Rockstar says it's blurred the lines between open world and main mission activities, which is cool. Again, give me a reason to explore your world. I like that.
Maybe the more things you do, the more experience you get, right? Levels up different segments of your character.
Yeah.
And you only get those by doing the activities in the world.
The last thing here is the trademark Rockstar satire and brand of comedy will run through the story and the larger world. It won't rely heavily on specific political issues or memes due to the long development cycle of the game, potentially causing them to date quickly. The same can be said for contemporary slang, with also intentions of being the character's dialogue remains as timeless as possible. So there you go. So that is the 69 things, Sarge, on what Grand Theft Auto is bringing to the table here. Let's see. I already told you GTA 6 map is triple the size of Red Dead Redemption 2. GTA's story, Sarge. They say that the main story took Rockstar, a dev from Rockstar, 80 hours to beat. To put that in perspective, I'll bring this up on chat here. Oh no, hold on. I gotta get rid of that. Stop screen. Share screen. So GTA 3's main story was 14 hours. If you did everything, it was 36, right? If you did GTA 4's main story is 27 hours. If you did everything, it's 73 hours. And if you did the main story in GTA 5 is 32 hours. If you did everything, it's like 89 hours, right? This alone, just the main story is 80 hours, which if you took the main story of 3, 4, and 5, it's longer than all of those combined. Okay, so 80 hours of potential gameplay. So what I'm saying, Sarge, is if you're going to pay $80 for the game, you're definitely going to get your money's worth if you like Grand Theft Auto.
Okay,
right?
so now we have to talk about the other side of the coin. Okay. Yep. What they showed you has been the part that they showed you for a half an hour. That part right there was probably worked on for almost a year.
Oh, just that's the prologue again, I think.
A cultivated scene to show the public in order to generate buzz. That right there is a separate thing than the actual game development. Somebody worked on that probably for about a year to show that. Okay. Now, is the game done? We know from Rockstar it's not. I'll say most of it's done, but it's not done, which means that last year when they said they were going to release it, they were nowhere near done. Right? Now you have their boss live on television in an interview looking at the camera and saying it's coming out the 19th, which means done or not done, whatever mode it's in, it's got to come out the 19th. So right now, 100% that they are crunching like a bunch of crazy people.
Oh yeah, we'll get the stories about the crunch afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're not going to get the stories now about crunch, but you know right now that they're crunching. There's no other answer. Okay? Now, do you see another Cyberpunk coming up?
Oh, as far as quality?
No, as in the fact that the game might be broke.
No, that's what I'm saying. The quality, that gets broke when it comes out. Okay. From all the AAA games that are happening, is it a possibility that it comes out like Cyberpunk? Sure, because that's the AAA gaming is the last decade. Okay. But Rockstar, the last game that came out was Red Dead Redemption. Now, Red Dead Redemption Online's been broke. Grand Theft Auto Online in the past was broke, but the game itself wasn't broke. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, wasn't broke. Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, wasn't broke. Right? So from a credibility standpoint, I know it's not the same studio that made Grand Theft Auto 5 and Red Dead Redemption just by name. A lot of different people there. I don't believe that the game is going to come out broke, buggy, and unfinished. Is it going to have technical issues? Probably. It's the more vast it is, the more probability it is as well. But I don't think it comes out. I don't think we have a Cyberpunk. I don't think we have a repeat of Cyberpunk. I don't.
Okay. Next topic. You know as well as I do that this game wasn't finished when they canceled it last year. Okay, when they said they were postponing it, they were saying it's coming out. You knew they weren't close at all. Am I glitching?
You are. You're all over the place.
All right, hang on a second. Yeah. All right, so you know it wasn't done last year. Now,
right, and it wasn't. It definitely wasn't going to be finished in May.
Okay, so now looking at the level of detail that the cultivated slice of the game that they showed, okay, do you believe that this game is coming out flushed like you see it? I don't think. Remember, let's put it this way. Remember the video you just saw. Like, remember it, right? Because you're going to have to
something running on your computer.
No, I got nothing running on my goddamn computer. That's my point. I got nothing running. It's fucking out of control. I hate when it does this shit, dude. I'm not running anything.
That's right. Go ahead.
Seriously, Eric.
10 frames. Yeah.
Okay, so my issue is they always show you the best that they can. That's the point. They did the same thing with Cyberpunk. They show you the best that they can. So I'm a little terrified at the level of detail and the level of quality that's expected now because of this.
Well,
now you showed that, and then you say it's from a PS5.
Yeah, they said it's from
you show that, and you say it's from a PS5. So
yeah.
You know, this is the issue I have when they say certain things.
Well, could you have a problem on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series S? Potentially, maybe.
I don't think this can even run on the NES. I'll be honest with you, bro.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It won't look as good, but I think it'll run fine. Right? Like I think. Again, I have no reason to think that Rockstar is going to give us a Bethesda-esque type of game or a Cyberpunk type of game until proven otherwise. You have to go with them because they've shown everything they've done is been rock solid. You know what I mean? So that's where I sit until I see something other than that. And what I saw today in the vertical slices, and Roadkill says, I don't think it is the prologue. 100% from what they said about her ankle bracelet. We never saw an ankle bracelet in any of the footage that we just saw about Lucia. We never saw an ankle bracelet, meaning she didn't go to jail yet. So all the stuff that you just saw was probably the first 2 to 3 hours of the actual campaign.
Maybe the entire beginning half of it is if you get used to the game.
Yeah, you just saw all the tutorial stuff, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, you get your first shot with the gun at the drug dealing place.
If you get an ankle bracelet, you got an ankle bracelet probably for a year.
Not one scene did she have an ankle bracelet in any of that stuff that we just watched.
Right. So she didn't go to jail yet.
Correct. So it means it's the prologue stuff. Tarnish, for the $5 super chat, it says 13 years of development and they're still facing crunch. It's just what we expect from the industry. I've never had a problem personally because I don't know about you, Tarnish, but I've worked overtime before. I've worked massive amount of overtime for Christmas and for other things when people don't show up, and so no one's writing articles about me about crunch. So I don't know. I think crunch is crunch. Tarnish, another $5 super chat. He says crunch is not some given reality. Crunch is the result of poor leadership and time management. 13 years of development. Don't take me for a fool.
100%, bro.
100%.
I'm trying, but this is why I'm trying to look at it. I'm trying to look at this objectively. The ambition that they're trying to do for what's happening in this game is on another level, which I give them credit for, because at least we know somebody is trying to push the envelope of what the next gen of gaming should be. However, the hardware that we have currently, I'm not sure can handle what they're showing you in the form that it is currently.
Here, I'll put it this way. In the entertainment business, if you're making video games, if you're making music, if you're making films, I've talked about this before. If I get on a movie set, and each day, let's say we have a 30-day production shoot. Okay, day one we get up there, we have 5 pages we have to do on the script. Okay, and we're on schedule, right? We're on schedule for the first 10 days, and all of a sudden we get to the 10th day, and something happens, right? Production wise, something happens, and we lose 5 pages that day because maybe the generator blew up and we can't do anything, right? So now we're 5 pages behind. Now we come back the next day. Now we have to shoot 10 pages, right? Well, how do we shoot 10 pages? Well, you can't do it in the 12 hours. So guess what? You got to do crunch time. You got to do 13, 14, 15, 16, 20 hour shoot, right? And you got to do that for the next 3 days to make up for the stuff that we happen. And as long as we stay on par for the next 15 days, then we're fine. There's always going to be crunch. You can't stop crunch. There's always going to be crunch. Okay. There's always something that goes wrong.
Because you can't make up a day out of nowhere.
Correct.
The days you have to make up have to come from the days that you're sleeping, right? That's
right.
How.
And if you have to cut something, then you have to go, well, if we cut this, what is the benefits of cutting this to what is the detriment of cutting this, right? Type of stuff.
To be fair, I see a lot of stuff in this game that doesn't need to be there, but it's there for the sake of pushing the envelope. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Okay, so there's a lot of things going on in this game that are not necessary for a next-gen game, but they decided to go all out because of it. So what line do you want to put here? Like, I'm in the boat where if the development team is trying to do the next-gen thing, what the next gen of games is supposed to look like, and they happen to have the funds to do it, and they decide to do it, I'm 100% okay with that. Rockstar is fortunate enough to be in the situation where the amount of money that they made over the last decade on shark cards, okay, gives them the availability to do what they wanted to do. Now, could they have bitten off more than they can chew? Sure.
Right.
But are they at least attempting to push the envelope? 100%.
Yeah, I think they are.
100% yes. Let's put it this way. If you showed that to Willie, who is completely a noob gamer, like just a regular casual gamer.
He's talking about my brother-in-law, right?
If you showed that to Willie, he would lose his mind.
Yeah, he doesn't. Okay, so my brother-in-law doesn't know. He doesn't keep up with anything, right?
He's not a gamer.
He loves Grand Theft Auto. Every Grand Theft Auto he buys, right? The last time he bought a game was the last Grand Theft Auto, right? He just found out that college football came back to console. Okay, he doesn't even know that they showed Netflix today. He has no idea.
Yeah, he's not that kind of guy. Yeah.
Right, not idea. I'm gonna send it to him and be like, "Here you go. This is what the game's gonna look like," and he's gonna fucking lose his mind. He is. He's gonna lose his mind.
I guarantee if you show him that video, all he's gonna talk about is where do I get the PlayStation from?
Yeah, 100%. Okay, 100%. Yeah, and the thing for crunch, like I said, the crunch is always going to happen, especially in the video game industry. And the 13 years, when they say 13 years, I don't think they've been working on it every day for 13 years. They started production in 13 years ago, and then they were in small production team for a couple years, research, whatever, and then they went into full production probably after I would say probably COVID time, right? So I would say 6 years research, development type of stuff like that, and then actual making the game. Like Todd Howard said this before. He said, "Yeah, we're going full production," meaning there was probably a small team working on a chunk of it, and then now the massive all hands on deck the last 6 years, 7 years type of thing. That's the way I would read the room, but obviously, I don't have any proof of that.
All right, so my next the way I look at this is this. If the PlayStation could handle something like this the entire time, then what was everybody else doing developing games the last 5 or 6 years, knowing what the power of the PlayStation 5 was?
Makes you wonder.
Right? So this is why I look at it this way. We all know that it takes 5 or 6 years for developers to understand the hardware that they're working on, what it's capable of doing. Okay?
Right, and they get the dev kit 18 months before that system comes out.
That's correct. They get the dev kit beforehand. Now, how long has PlayStation 5 been out?
6 years.
Okay, so that means the entire time.
Yeah, they're just making this generation games now.
Right, the entire time they've been working on this game, they've been working on it for a system they didn't know what the system could do yet, and building it slowly over time. So I'm going to have to say that over time, watching other games be developed, Rockstar says we could probably do this now, or we could probably try to do this now, or we could probably do this now, and that's why you ended up with this length of game development, because as they're developing their game, they're watching other games come out on the system and seeing how they work and how they run in different engines, allows you to tweak a little bit, which elongates your development time.
Yeah.
Right? You started making this game during the last gen.
Yeah.
And then you're going to finish it right before this gen ends. And the next gen.
Technically, they started making this as soon as the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 came out, is when they started this game.
Well, full production. They already had ideas and stuff to do.
Well, full production from the beginning of this console, yeah.
There's a lot to take in. If I go by the vertical slice, and this is what I hate. I hate to get pumped up about stuff like this. If I go with the vertical slice, I know from experience that the vertical slice that they give you is a separate development team working on it for purposes of marketing. It's different. It's not the same. They've been working, I'm telling you, they've been working on what they just showed you for at least a year. At least a year, maybe more.
Just this part? I would say more than that, longer than that.
To show you what the game could do. They're still working on it in the background. Now, what the game looks like when it finally releases, I know I'm going to be a dick, but somebody else is going to look at the footage that they sent you and then look at the footage of the actual game, and they're going to do a comparison, bro. They're going to do a comparison because they want to see if the level of detail is still there. Now, I understand, and you understand, if you're going to market something, you show it in the best possible light, period. The best you can do.
Right. Which I think they just did.
The best you can do. Now, whether the lighting and everything looks like that when it releases, I have to wait at least a week or two to see the people who buy the game and stream it to see if it actually looks like that. What I think is going to end up happening is you have the initial bomb release, and then everyone's going to be like, yeah. And then as soon as people start talking about it, if it looks as good as it actually, as that vertical slice,
it's going to explode.
It's going to explode.
Yeah, but this is exactly why I said years ago, I said when it comes out, pre-orders is going to be #1 pre-orders of all time. Then day one happens, and it's going to break the sales for day one. And then week 1 is going to be the biggest sales ever as well. Because once people see it running on the actual console, not through someone's video, right? An actual on console, someone playing, they go, holy shit, I'm going to buy it. That's what's going to happen. Here's what I think, Tarnish. When they were making Grand Theft Auto 5, right? And it took them, I think 4 or 5 years to make Grand Theft Auto 5, and they were going to make DLC for it. When they made the online exploded for them. Okay, even though it took 18 months to fix the fucking online aspect of it. So we're talking, it came out in 2013. So we're talking mid 2015. They were making a shit ton of money. They were supposed to make DLCs for Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 5, and that all went out the window. And they just started making content for Grand Theft Auto Online. Okay, so I don't truly believe that they worked on this for 13 years because they've been nonstop making Grand Theft Auto 5 online since the game came out. They literally just did the last update for Grand Theft Auto 5 just a couple months ago. So I don't believe that they've been working full swing crunch time for 13 years. Crunch time is at the tail end. I think they've been working crunch time for the last like 2 to get to the point that it is now because they backed it up 18 months. And I think they're on crunch time now. I don't think they've been on crunch time the entire time they were making it. I think they were on schedule, and then they weren't.
I think they fell behind during the COVID years. I'm pretty sure that's understandable.
Yeah, but you could push it as long as you can to before you make the crunch is what I'm saying. All right, real quick, I'm going to go to what we're talking about here. So this is the things that were underneath the upper right-hand corner, right? So this indicates what information cops have when your crimes are reported to them, right? So they have a physical description of you,
which
right? That'll be underneath.
Which you can't really change.
Well, you wear a mask and your clothes, right? What you're wearing.
No, okay. The physical description is
physical description. Right. Yeah, physical description you can't change. What you're wearing, okay?
Change your clothes.
Were you seen on CCTV? Okay, so a mask. Okay, what car were you driving? So you have to get rid of the car. And you're with your partner? So there's 2 of you instead of 1 of you, right? So this is what they're looking at.
It's very easy to distinguish. You have a couple, a male and a female, walking around together.
All right, so changing clothes, hairstyles, car, telling the partner to split up are all ways to throw off the cops. It makes stealth, vulnerable weapons, tactical, nullifying the CCT. Using masks can also help prevent the crimes from attracting too much heat. And then speaking of heat, wherever you also break the law, you'll be able to see you'll be able to see on your map which specific area the cops have been making a looking for you. So you just have to get outside that circle area type of thing. So,
all right. So what do you feel if we leave the graphics alone for a minute and say it is what it is? We say it is that good. What's the RP look like in this game?
For just a single player game?
No, what's the RP going to look like?
You're saying the role playing for the online. Yeah, it's good. I'm telling you, man, people don't understand what's happening right now. The single player comes out. That's the punch in the face. Okay. When the online comes out, and if it's not broke and busted because there's just so many people playing it, you're gonna get kicked in the nuts because this is gonna be everywhere. The role playing, the people that the amount of stuff that you think Grand Theft Auto 5 is big now. Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna make this look like preschool. Because of the amount of stuff they're putting into online. Like, look at that.
I think the RP servers are going to be insane.
Yeah. Well, think about this. Okay. We've talked about this for years, Sarge, on this show. What if 2 years down the line, Grand Theft Auto Online, they go, we're adding Liberty City. Now you could fly to Liberty City, right? And you fly to Liberty City and you land in Liberty City. And now you have these.
First you'd have to do a remaster.
Whatever. I'm just saying that they can take whatever they want. They can start building the world of locations within the online space itself.
Oh, 100%. That I could see.
Yeah. And the way, and this is why I think the game is introducing this, of how you're seen, how you're detected, how the stuff's going. Because as you're playing this, you're learning the ways. You're being conditioned. That way, when it happens online. When you take cabs with people, you're going to be role playing in the single player game. So obviously you're going to be doing that in the online aspect as well, right? The attention to detail, the cops that would do role playing in the PC version over here. Plus next year, PC version is going to come out. They're going to put first person in there. The graphics are going to be more intense. This frame rate's going to go up even higher, right? They're going to double dip here. They're going to double dip there. They're going to triple dip in the online. The online's going to be nuts. People can deny it. They can not have any interest in it. That's fine. But Grand Theft Auto 5 is one of the most successful games. It is the biggest piece of entertainment. And this is going to blow past that. And without online. And when the online comes, it's going to completely dominate everything.
Well, do you believe... I think they have to make sure that the online works proper before release this time. I don't think they can have another travesty like they did before.
So they can, because the single player is going to be so good.
But I think that, what do you think the time frame is before they actually think about releasing the online version? Do you think it's going to be the same year, or do you think it's going to be next year sometime?
I think early next year.
I mean, I would
broke.
Right.
If it's broke,
that's my point.
it doesn't matter because we've been conditioned, right? I don't think the single player is going to be broke. I think the online is going to be broke. Okay. It took them 18 months to fix the first time, to put the heists in and all the other shit that was happening with it. The sooner they get it out, the sooner they can test it, stress test it with the amount of people that are going to be on it. Okay. That's why it's going to have problems, because there's going to be so many people wanting to play online. Okay. That the sooner they get it out, the faster it gets fixed in their eyes, right? I'm not protecting it as the gamers. I'm saying after the wave of single player comes out, January, February, they drop the online. And then if it's broke or it's not working very well, they have all year to fix it because you're still playing the single player game. There's so much you can do in the single player game. That's what it is. They'll fix it later. Yeah, we can fix it later. That's exactly why they'll say it. They'll be like, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, I think January. I don't think they're stupid enough to do it over Christmas. People are on vacation. They have time off. If something goes wrong, they don't want to do like a full fix. So they'll just wait for online after. They're like, go enjoy your family for the next 3 weeks. Come January, we're dropping online and we're going to be crunching, baby. That's what I think is going to happen.
I'm excited for the level of detail that I see. I'm not sure if it's at that level. I want to believe that, but I've seen enough in the past come out.
Cynical me thinks that there is going to be a problem, but Rockstar hasn't shown me that there is going to be a problem with a single player, so I'm not going to give it to them.
Until it happens, we'll see.
Right. Until proven otherwise, I don't think they're going to have. But then I was like that with CD Projekt Red until they proved me wrong.
So is it definitive that what we saw? Do you think it was captured on a PlayStation 5? But do you think it was
played and captured on a PlayStation 5? How many PlayStation 5s? Because it blew up because but it was captured and played on a PlayStation 5.
Altern said it earlier. He said they used a PlayStation 5 at every scene because it melted.
Right, it melted. They used 5 different PlayStation 5s because it couldn't stand it. I don't know. I can't look. It's easy to say
the lighting detail level and the realism of what we're watching is next level.
It was called the glitcher, Eric Jones, but it wasn't. It was buggy. It wasn't broke. There's a difference between the glitcher when it came out. It wasn't game-breaking bugs. It was glitchy as fuck.
All right,
Cyberpunk was broke. That's the difference.
All right, I'll tell you this. I'm gonna still hold back the super hype level, because if you show me somebody playing in the sandbox, just walking around talking about the game before the game releases, I'll feel better about what I just saw. If I don't see anything else besides what we just saw before the game comes out, I have reservations. I don't need
someone talking. All I need to do is what they did for Red Dead Redemption 2, Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 4, Red Dead Redemption 1. You give me a 7-minute woman voice, guy voice, just telling me what Grand Theft Auto is and showing gameplay. That's all I need. I don't need. You got to show me the sandbox. You can't. Yeah, I want to see actual gameplay, sandbox type of stuff, and then that's when I'll be like, sold. Obviously, I'm gonna buy the game down the road. I'm gonna own. Well, you're not gonna own anything. I'm gonna play Grand Theft Auto 6 down the line. Okay, but if I see the gameplay, we saw gameplay here, but again, these are scripted type of stuff. I want to see open world gameplay with the graphics, not through some fucking leaker putting shitty quality up there. I want to see Rockstar put gameplay out there. Tell me the stuff you can do in the game. Sort of like No Man's Sky. You know, when No Man's Sky shows you gameplay and they're like, oh, now it's this thing. You can do this in the game. That's all I want. I want to see actual gameplay, open world, with them saying what's in the game. I'll be like, all right, good. That's what I want to see. Yeah. The sample stuff, this is all the hype. The hype is great. But at the same time, I'm past hype. I want to see actual the meat and potatoes.
So one of the scenes that I saw prior to this coming out was a scene where Lucia is sitting at a diner across from a mall where she's supposedly going to do a crime.
Mm-hmm.
Is what it looks like, because she looks nervous and she's looking out the window and she keeps looking at it looked like a cash checking store or whatnot. And the waitress comes over. And it was from a leak. It's from one of the leaks, right? So waitress comes over, asks her if she needs anything. She says no, nothing. And then she comes back over and she says, "My boss says you've been here a while. You have to pay for something. You got to go," type of thing, because she's been there a while, casing out whatever, because she's waiting for someone to show up, but they never show up. I'm thinking that's the actual robbery
Where she
where
gets
she gets
busted?
caught, gets caught, because it does seem like she's deciding whether or not she's going to do the job by herself or wait for the person that's supposed to come, and I think that's why she gets caught. That's what it looks like from that leak. I'm anxious to see where the leak stuff goes now, because now that they showed you a curated thing, I'm interested to see what happens next.
The gameplay that you're talking about, Tarnish, is this is why a lot of people got pushback of content creators, because the content creators that were on YouTube at the time, this is why like YouTube career like went down the tubes, because he saw it behind closed doors, right? They all saw the stuff behind closed doors, so they were being given a sliver of whatever of gameplay, but it was in-house. They all went to bat for it and said, "Oh, it's the greatest game. It's the best thing. It's all this other stuff." And then when it came out, it was just fucking melted people's systems. It was broke, buggy. So I don't know if they truly saw actual gameplay or they saw curated gameplay. Again, I'm not defending them. But that's what happened. That's what happened with Cyberpunk. Everyone saw the stuff behind closed doors, and they were saying it's the best thing they've ever seen. But then remember, you couldn't play it right away. They had NDAs. No one could talk about it right off the bat. There was a lot of sketchy shit when that time happened. So I remember. If they do the same thing here, usually what Rockstar does is exactly what I'm saying. Like, this Netflix thing is different. When they come out with gameplay, probably about a month, probably September, we'll see it. September, we'll probably see a 7 to 15 minute long gameplay overview of why you should buy it, basically, is what they've always done.
Yeah, that's what I need to see. I saw the movie trailer now. I'm interested, but
let
not.
me see if I can.
You got to show me.
Let me see if I can find Red Dead Redemption 2. Let me see.
I think also part of this, bro, is them proving the fact that it's $100 game, right? That's part of this. Proving that it's a next gen game that's worth $100 is basically what also they're trying to prove.
Here, this is what I'm talking about. This is what they need to show. Stuff like this. This is Red Dead Redemption 2. This is what I'm saying. Let me bring this up. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. So this is Red Dead Redemption's official gameplay. Okay, gameplay trailer.
They'll probably hang you, buddy.
All right, they're showing you cutscenes and stuff.
You coming, buddy?
In the late 1800s,
See, she comes
America
in
was evolving
and starts
on
doing
its
an
way to
overview.
becoming the most powerful country in the world. New immigrants arrived, driving out
Right?
but survive as an outlaw from harsh mountain trails and dense forests,
Right, where they're showing you
to untamed
gameplay.
swamplands and sweeping deserts, rugged livestock towns to modernizing cities and much more. All populated with a diverse cast of characters from turn-of-the-century life. While spending time with other gang
Right? This is all I need to see.
confrontations can be escalated or diffused.
Which is different what they just showed now, because again, curated stuff. This is curated, but this is gameplay as you're going through, and she's just giving you overview. They did the same thing with Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto 5. This is all I need to see, right? That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I'm past level 1. I need to see gameplay in the sandbox. Not curated, somebody playing the game.
All right, chat. It's 10 o'clock. If you guys, we're going to go to Q&A. If you guys want to ask a question, put a Q in front of you. We'll mark it, and then we'll have a little bit of Q&A with you guys. Look, overall, was I super hyped about this? No, I wasn't super hyped. Was I super impressed? Yes. I was super impressed about what I saw. Is this changed my level of excitement? No, because I know what I play in Grand Theft Auto 5. Red Dead Redemption 2 is literally one of my favorite games of all time. I absolutely love. It still holds up. It'll hold up 15 years from now. It'll hold up 20 years from now. It's a beautiful game. If they come out with Red Dead Redemption 3 with the graphics and stuff, like, I'm sold because of I like that game.
Well,
right?
well, if you look at the graphics of what we just saw, if that was put in the West, that's insane, bro. That would
Right.
be
So, that's what I'm saying.
completely off the charts.
So my reservations is about the physical. I would love to own a copy of Grand Theft Auto 6. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm disappointed in, right? I'm not really so disappointed in the $100. It's the $100 not getting anything is what I'm upset about the whole scenario, right? Will I get it down the road? Sure. But I'm disappointed that I can't own, like, I own Red Dead Redemption. I own Grand Theft Auto. I own all the things that I want to own, and I can't own this. And to me, it's like it's a disservice, because it's like, if a game is going to be this awesome looking and I want to own it, just like I own a Blu-ray player. If like I saw Spider-Man in theaters, I want to own the Spider-Man DVD. I want to own Grand Theft Auto. So like 10 years from now, if I want to play it, I don't have to ask permission to play it. I just want to put it in and play the actual game. And that's what I'm more upset about, more than the price, right? It's more of the paying the $100 and not owning the fucking thing that I'm paying for. So that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, not even a statue or anything. What was the from the what we saw? What was your thing that stuck out the most to you?
Like in what aspect though?
Anything like what surprised you, or what did you like? And not visually, like the lighting. I'm talking about like gameplay features or anything that we just saw.
Well, I'm interested to know how the actual car physics and damage is going to look like. But we didn't really see a lot of that. We saw a little minor stuff because the cop cars are the ones getting destroyed.
They were the way the cop cars flipped and stuff. Yeah, like that. It felt like they had weight.
The physics engine looks really good. I'm going to say the same thing. It's the way the game looks. My brain is having trouble looking at it and saying that I'm looking at a video game rather than I'm watching television. Right? There's something about the way, I guess, the engine they were using. It like I said before, it almost looks like when you take one of those tours, like when you do a tour of a house, when you're buying a house, like they have those virtual tours where somebody actually walks through with like a GoPro on, and then you're watching that video. So you're watching reality, but then you put in a digital character in that space. That's kind of like what it looks like. So it's my brain's having trouble distinguishing between the reality of the scene I'm looking at and whether or not it's a video game or not.
Right.
It's like it's like my brain is transitioning looking at it. I think it's very impressive. During the still shots, and I'm not sure if you caught it early on, during the shots where they're walking around, I don't see a lot of tree movement or wind for trees, but there's a couple scenes where if you just kind of look at it dead and you're staring at the screen, you can see some movement from the plants for like wind and whatnot. Because I think that's like the deciding factor, whether my brain looks at it as real or not. Because if it's all static except then moving and the car's moving and the background's not really moving, then I can't. I'm not convinced that it looks real enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this. Look, go to the scene. I think it's near the beginning where they get into the ship box, where they get to that ship box red car near the beginning.
All right, hold on.
And if you just stare at the background while they're getting in the car, you can see that the trees and stuff, they kind of move, they kind of don't.
This is on YouTube now.
It feels good. If we saw rain and stuff, like the PlayStation would have melted, bro. Look at the background.
Yeah, you see the palm leaves moving a little bit, right?
A little bit.
They're fluttering around. I mean, well, to be fair, it would be really hard to tell because you're not going to see swaying palm trees unless the wind is kicking up.
I don't need to see swaying palm trees. What I'm saying is how my brain looks at it for realism or not real. Look at this. Yeah, it looks like you're following around one of the Google car with the cameras on top.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It looks good.
It looks crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell that they're moving. I would like to see if they do dynamic weathering and stuff.
The car is not moving that fast, but you're not getting a lot of tearing at all. You're not getting tearing.
I mean, that
Stuff
jet
is-
ski
stuff
went
is
by
moving
super
past
fast.
like it's supposed to move.
Yeah. As a trunk cam sliding across the hood. Whoever was playing the game, that his aim is
He knows where everything's
miraculous.
going to be. Yeah, he's very smooth. He's moving the.
All right, let's go to get some questions here. We got a lot, so I'll remove that. Let's go. We have 14 questions. Waterbear, thank you very much for the jewels, for the 10 jewels, for the gold coin. Tarnish, thank you very much for the $10, $5, two $5 super chats. Alexander Smith says, "Do you think?" Oh, hold on. Sorry, we got to do this first. All right. Alexander Smith says, "Do you think they're going to push the realism survival elements like getting gas too far, meaning to tedious levels?"
Possibility.
I was actually, this leads to one of my most interesting things is what Feels Good said in chat is the morale system, the morality thing that they're doing inside the game. And I actually talked about this, I think, this morning. I said that, yeah, I did talk about this morning. If it's too realistic, like it got a little tedious in Red Dead Redemption 2. And I'll do a small example. Like when I had to skin every single animal in Red Dead 2, it was cool the first time, right? It was cool to see him like do the whole thing. The thousandth time you're doing it, it's like, I kind of want to skip, which they did add later where you could fast forward through it. So like the realism could be good, but it could go too far. Like somebody said, I think it was TGG, he had a video. He says he's going to talk about the gas system later this week, or by next week or whatever. So I'll have to wait to hear about, is it going to be overwhelming, like stupid, like you have to gas up the cars like in Fortnite and stuff like that? Or is it going to seem like realistic type of stuff? Because that would suck that all of a sudden, hold on, before I go on this robbery, I got to make sure I got gas in the car. You know what I mean? And then if the gas tank gets hit, does it shoot gas out? I'm losing gas. Like, I want to know what happens there. So it could be a little tedious. What do you think, Sarge?
I mean, I don't think I need to stop and get gas. I mean, I can see the realism level they're looking for, but do I really want to get gas for my car? I mean, isn't there enough detail in this game? I don't need to suspend all disbelief and I have to start doing like the real shit I got to do. I mean, maybe, listen, getting gas for your car could be a difficulty level setting for people who want to play harder.
If it's an opt-in type of thing where you maybe make it harder on yourself and stuff, I can see that.
But they did see in the leaks, they did show the engine, when you're looking at the car, when you're in the car, it does show the engine block with a energy bar around it with the gas gauge. So it's a possibility. It might have been an idea. They thought about it. We don't know if it's actually in it anymore. I mean, in all the versions of GTA, you never knew how badly your car was damaged because there was no meter
until it stopped running.
Well, you had to look at it to see like if there was black smoke coming out of the hood, right? When you saw white smoke coming out of the hood, you knew you were like halfway there.
Yeah.
But if you started seeing black, then you knew that you didn't have further to go before the car would stop. Or better yet, when you were doing burnouts, remember the burnouts you could do, but a certain number of burnouts would cause the tires to blow out. Remember that?
Yeah.
So
next question is, Altern says, now that we actually seen gameplay, do you think the leaker does have the actual game? Yes,
a version
I do.
of it, yeah.
Yeah, I think he has an early build version of it, because especially for the stuff that I saw on the beach, with the glitching and stuff that happens, obviously there's a lot that goes on, and we've covered other stories about this, about video games, like at the very end, like, but BioWare talks about like the magic that happens, like, again, making the film, and then at the very end they edit, and then when they do all the filters and the effects and they put it all together, it comes pretty fast together. So from the build that he has to what we just saw, I potentially think he has a real build. Yeah. I don't think he's lying about the build. Alexander Smith says, what game after this do you see being truly next gen? If not a game, what studio do you think can do it? I think there are games like Space Marines 2, I think is this gen. I think is a next gen game. Maybe like, well, it's Saber. Saber's doing really well. Good stuff. I think Spider-Man 2 is this gen as well. I think because it doesn't need the 5 years because they already made the game ahead of time. You know what I mean? They're just kind of adding to it. So I think there are a few games that are this gen. I don't know what the next game would be. I'll be honest with you. I don't even think Wolverine is like the next, like it's this gen. I think Wolverine's this gen. So I guess Wolverine would be this gen. This gen. Maybe. I mean, Crimson Desert, I think, is this level as well. I think Crimson Desert is a this gen console. What do you think, Sarge?
It's hard to. I
don't know what the next one. I don't really know what's coming out. So I'll be honest with you.
It's hard to say now because so many studios have half-assed all their games for so long that it's hard to tell who's pushing the envelope. Like GTA looks like it's pushing the envelope. Like I would call this. I don't want to say next gen game. I'll say current gen game now because the system's been out for 6 years, right? But maybe one or two other games that are on the list fit in the same category as what GTA is doing. Like this is pushing envelope, bro. This is showing what the system can actually do. We don't know if the PlayStation is going to melt or not, but they're showing you what it could do. I don't know if I would call Wolverine next gen, but I would say that as far as setting the bar, I think this game probably sets the bar for this gen, what this gen can do. Everybody else is still trying to figure out what they're allowed to do. Space Marine looks really good, but Space Marine could run, I think, on the last gen system, right? Because of the scope of the game. If you were to give me like a Battlefield game with a lot of NPCs on it, and it looked like Space Marine 2, like you're close. Like Space Marine 2, because I would call Space Marine 2 a AA game and done very well. Like done very well. If you just increase the scope of that game, it would be the next gen game for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like it's what the scope of what the game is what dictates, because you're looking at different brackets, right? You're looking at graphical fidelity, gameplay mechanics, actual speed of the game. What kind of like what does it maintain? Does it go all over the place or is it a steady game? You know, like is it rock hard 30? Is it a rock hard 60 game? And it doesn't drop down. It's very polished. We'll say that.
Yeah.
Whatever your scope that you picked, if your scope is polished, then you're in the right gen. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. It's very hard to get a win on every game. You're winning on certain things. You don't win on everything, right? You could have the prettiest game, shitty mechanics. You could have good mechanics, not so pretty.
Krebsy's the question is, do we get an extended look part 2 announced on September 24th?
You have to show me something. You have to show me box.
I want what I just showed you for Red Dead. If they show me Red Dead, kind of overview of what the story is, and some gameplay, like internal gameplay, not the curated stuff like this, just actual gameplay, then I would say, yeah, sure. Otherwise, don't bother. Altern says, do you think we see where Lucia goes down the elevator, cuts right away because the PlayStation 5 melted and couldn't capture more?
I mean, the only way she survives that is she grabs the cable. That's the only way she survives that.
Yeah, cable, or as they're coming up, the elevator was coming up or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, once again, we don't know the timeline between the time that she's busted and gets the thing on her, because there has to be two gaps, right? There's the gap where she's playing, then she goes to jail, then she has the thing on her ankle, and then it has to be a certain amount of time that passes and the ankle thing is removed, right? So that's three separate blocks.
Right.
Well, that's three separate blocks.
It could just be two. Maybe she has the ankle bracelet for majority of the game afterwards, maybe.
So what, the jail sequence is like near the end of the game?
No. The jail sequence would be in the beginning of the game, but when she comes out, she would have the ankle bracelet on, meaning she's on parole.
Right, which means she'd have to be on parole for a certain amount of time before the thing gets removed.
Sure, but then there'll probably be a mission that she goes on and gets it removed and stuff like whatever. Yeah.
Well, but this is what I'm saying. That's three different brackets.
Sure.
Prior to bracelet,
which
bracelets
we
on,
saw. Bracelets
right? on, and then when she doesn't have a bracelet.
And then after the bracelet, yeah.
So you're looking at a time frame that has to go by. It's got to be some kind of time frame.
Jesse Mack says, will GTA 6 have Disney World in the game, and hurricanes will destroy current one-part town or city and then put workers working on stuff cleaning it up? I don't think I think there'll be storms. I don't know if there'll be hurricanes. Disney World, I could have sworn It'd be stupid if they don't, but they have to have some sort of theme park, I would think about it. I don't know if they're putting Disney World in there, but they have to put some sort of theme park type of thing up in the north, right? North part of the map. That'd be fucking cool. I'll be honest with you, just running around in Disney. But I don't know what they would do. I don't know what they do. I hope they put some sort of theme park. If it's not Disney World, then it has to be a Universal. It's got to be a theme park up in the mid part of the map.
I mean, that could be a DLC if we're talking about craziness now. Right.
I mean, just think about it. Just on GTA Online alone, there needs to be a theme park there. I don't know. Just saying. Off topic. Alexander says off topic. But are we getting Star Wars Zero Company? I am not. I'm not getting it because I am no pre-orders, no day one, no full price for a half-ass game. Now, I'm not saying it's a half-ass game, but it is by EA. And the game could be amazing. I think it's got like an 8.5, 9, whatever it is. But EA is owned by privately owned company now, and they need to put microtransactions in everything. So I do not want to buy this game to then be told a year and a half down the line that all of a sudden there's microtransactions galore popping into this game because EA needs to make their money back of $22 billion. So I'm just going to wait because I can wait. I didn't need this game in my life right now, and I can wait and see what happens with the game itself. And I know Sarge is not even interested in this game, so we'll go to the next question.
I love XCOM, by the way.
Alexander says, favorite vehicle to steal in GTA? See, I don't know the names.
There's so many.
Yeah, I don't know the names of the cars, but I can tell you what type of car it is in real life. My favorite kind of car to steal is a like the Oldsmobile, like the big muscle car, like I drive in Grand Theft Auto. It's a
Dodge.
Yeah, it's like a Dodge. It's like a old Dodge Charger or whatever. That's like my favorite car. I like the muscle car type of stuff.
I mean, the electric car in GTA 5 is pretty badass, but I like the full modded out Japanese cars, like a Lexus, the Hondas. When you max them out and you put all little decorations on them with the neon lights and the fins, like Fast and Furious level cars, like those kind of cars are fun. Those are the ones I steal all the time because I know they move.
Altered says, do you think that making it too real with the cops will actually turn down people to play the game? Because cops will be too tedious to deal with, and they just play other GTA 5.
I mean, they are tedious. In 5, they're tedious. I can't imagine what they're like in 6.
Yeah,
I mean, we still don't. But that's what I'm saying. You watch a curated slice to just stand in the street, start shooting down people, go full rampage mode, and see what happens when the cops come, and see if you can get away.
And then they also said they would chirp their lights and stuff if you like cross a red light. Like don't get me wrong. There's not one reason that I want to follow the traffic laws in Grand Theft Auto. I do not want to stop at red lights and stop signs.
You just drive.
I just want to drive, right? If they start to impeach or impede on my driving because I run through a red light and they're like whoop whoop and they start chasing me, that's just gonna get really irritating. Like super irritating. I mean, it's cool in the beginning. It's the carving of the the carcasses in Red Dead, right? But every time I go through a light, they're gonna be like whoop whoop. I'll be like, oh, come on, right? Or I get a ticket in the mail or something every time I run a red light.
Maybe as one of the secret things you can find in the game, instead of finding like 100 packages, you have to cut down like 100 flock cameras. You know, so you're driving around every time you see a flock camera, you chop it down.
You chop on.
When you chop down 100 flock cameras, you get a bonus.
Windows says, now that we've seen the kind of mechanics, do you think it makes it more plausible that we find out that your car will run out of gas and we got to go to the gas station to refill it? There is gas. The other content creator, I think his name is TGG. I popped up in my feed. I watched him. He talked about there is gas and there's also electric chargers for electric cars. He said he's going to go into more detail down the road, so I don't know what they are. So, yeah, there is gas in the game, but how tedious is it? I do not know. Because he says, do we see hurricanes in GTA 6? I think we see storms. I don't know if we get a hurricane.
Well, here's the other thing. Remember, in most...
Maybe there's a mission. Maybe there's a mission that's part of the hurricane type of thing.
Don't forget that in most of the GTAs, parts of the map are closed off to you because of a reason, right?
Right.
In GTA 3, it was closed down because the bridge was blown up and you couldn't go through it, and the tunnels were being repaired. In Vice City, there was a hurricane, so you couldn't cross the bridges. You were stuck on the beach side. In GTA 5, you couldn't leave because I forget what the reason was. It was road construction or something. You couldn't leave.
Yeah, one of the
San
bridges or something like
Andreas.
that. Yeah.
There was like 5 ways to leave San Andreas, but they came up with some reason why you couldn't leave. So I'm sure maybe there's another reason why you can't move across the entire map right away. We'll see if that's an effect. I'm assuming there'll be something.
I think if they do the hurricane thing, it might affect like the northern part, not in the city. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe even the south part. Maybe you're in like the Keys section and there's like a hurricane type of event that happens on there. Less things to
render.
You know what I'm saying? To render and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, if there's variants of storms like that, it'd be cool. Let's see. Next one. Anything notable at Gamescom?
Fable.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. We watched Fable this afternoon. Sarge, did you watch this morning's stream?
I watched the footage of Fable.
Well, did you see the other footage of of just the combat?
Yes.
That I showed when he's fighting the ghosts and stuff like that?
I'm a little concerned on combat.
Well, I broke it down today. Why people are worried about the combat. Some of the combat things, he was using a heavy axe or mallet, whatever.
Two-handed hammer.
Yeah, he was using a two-handed thing. And when he was hitting people with it, they weren't reacting to the first hit and sometimes the second hit. But then when he came down, like they did the top part, they reacted. When the magic hits people, he did the lightning, and the lightning would strike, and you would see them react to that. When he shot the bow to the face, they react to it. But for some reason, the two-handed sword, or I'm sorry, the two-handed mallet or hammer.
Maybe they didn't get that.
Same with the boss that we saw in the demo that they showed, right? He had the big axe, and as you're slicing him with the sword,
there's no reaction.
Everybody else is reacting to when getting hit, like the directions and the stuff. He is not getting affected at all. You shoot him with the air, nothing affects him. He's just like tanking it, sponging it, whatever. Not until you use your magic on him does he get pushed back and everything else. Everybody else, magic works fine, sword works fine, pushing works fine, but the two-handed weapons, something's missing.
Could be an older build. They didn't get that far yet.
Yeah, I am interested in Fable though. I'll be honest with you. I don't think the combat looks terrible. I think it looks like Hogwarts Legacy did. Hogwarts Legacy, a lot of people were worried about the battle, the fighting. And then when you play it, you're like, oh, this is actually pretty good. So I think it might be along the lines of that. One of the other games I saw, notable for me that I like, I think it was called King of the Road. It was a trucking game that was King of Trailer. I forget what the fuck it was called. It was a trucking game that comes out in spring next year. Yeah, it's a truck sim. Well, it's a truck driver sim. It's not a truck sim like American Truck Simulator. You're actually control the driver, not the vehicle, right? You get to go into different vehicles and stuff like that. I'm interested in that. I was interested in there was that what was the 3-player co-op Octonauts the hell was that called? Altern
Exterminus, the
Exterminauts. Yeah, that seemed like a fun little game to play as well. And there was one other game.
The World and Aftermath, the post-apocalyptic thing, the simulation or strategy game.
Oh yeah. That one looked pretty interesting as well. Oh, and Minecraft Dungeons too. I thought that was. I'm interested in that because me and my son will play that.
I mean, so I did catch that Kingdom 2 Crowns update, a new game coming out, Kingdom Crowns 3 coming out.
So that came out today. That showed
you guys would call it a cozy game, but it's a strategy tower defense. I like it.
I thought it was a little weird that we didn't see any State of Decay 3.
I don't think it's coming out, bro.
I thought it was weird that they showed it earlier and now Gamescom came and there was nothing.
They're probably gonna eat it, bro. It's gonna be fucking sad. If they eat that game, that's gonna be sad, bro.
Dupla says if the game is supposed to have realism, I want to know if the smoke detectors in people's apartments will be chirping. Jesus.
I mean, certain apartments, yes.
Yeah. You know what? If it does that, Dupless, you're going to buy the game? Because that would be primo realism there, wouldn't it?
I mean,
King.
Let's put it this way. If they don't chirp, somebody will edit a chirping inside the game during a video for YouTube. Absolutely.
No Law.
100.
No Law is a game I was interested in as well. That's the same people that made The Ascent, but they're making a single player game called No Law. That looked actually pretty good.
What's No Law? I don't think I've seen that one.
It was a single player first person game. Here, I'll bring it up and I'll show you. No Law. Is this game? It's the
Looks like Blade Runner.
yeah, like a Blade Runner type of S game. You get the masculine, basically movie star, basically guy.
What is this? Cyberpunk? what kind of?
Well, this is I think it takes in this place. I don't know for sure. These are the same guys that make Ascent. Remember that 4-player co-op top down twin stick shooter in the cyberpunk kind of type of esque world.
Yeah.
I think this takes place in that same type of.
Is this their evolution?
Yeah, I guess so. This looks pretty good. Yeah, so I'm interested in this. Yeah, it looks like cyberpunk.
I mean, if this is an evolution of that looks pretty good for them.
The guy is huge. He's like really, really fucking big. He's like Sylvester Stallone and Arnold combined.
What the fuck is that, dude?
You'll see him. Yeah, see, it's like a mixture. Yeah, so No Law.
I mean, it looks interesting.
Yeah, no, I think that.
Well, I like to see development studios kind of like develop themselves. So you pick something else, you did well. Now you do a little more ambitious. You do something else a little bit better. That's what it looks like they're doing. So, I'll keep my eye on it.
If you guys have never played Ascent, fantastic twin stick shooter, fantastic. I actually want to go back and play it, Sarge, because they had DLC, and it was really good. Or I want to play it because the game itself was really good. So. Yeah, so No Law. There's a couple of games that came out. I thought Gamescom was okay. Opening Night Live was okay. They showed some games. And then Xbox showed a couple of good games as well. I don't think they're only for Xbox. Most of them, I think they had 13 today on Game Pass, and yesterday they had 18, I think. So a total of like another 30 games coming out on Game Pass within hopefully probably the next year. I'm waiting for the body cam devs to be bought. I haven't even seen the body cam footage. Didn't we see that like a couple years ago? Now is it out finally? Like are they in the 1.0? Is it coming out? I didn't see the actual trailer. I saw it a couple of years ago and I was like, wow, it looks realistic. I think it's gone too far. I think the realism like that, I don't think is going to sell well because people want a line drawn from what reality is and what games are. You know what I'm saying?
We're on the line though right now, bro. With GTA, we're on the line.
Sure, but you still know it's a video game. Like when you watch NBA 2K or Madden, you still know it's a video game, even though the graphics look intense. MLB The Show, you walk by, you're like taking a second glance, you're like, is that TV or is that a game? Body cam looks like you're actually watching body cam footage of an actual like thing going on. It's like crazy realistic. So they're doing a 4-part series updating how the guns feel. And it's actually interesting. Maybe we'll watch it. Maybe we'll watch it on the stream next week. So yeah, overall, this whole thing's about Grand Theft Auto today. I'm not going to talk about Grand Theft Auto all the time. If new stuff comes out, we'll talk about it. When the game gets closer, obviously, we'll talk about it. When it launches and people are playing it, obviously, we'll talk about it. And if we get it, I'm not saying I'm not going to get it. I could assure you that no pre-order will be happening for that. Okay. Again, the saying is no pre-orders, no day one, no full price for a half-ass game. In the beginning, I said if one game was supposed to charge $100 for their game, Grand Theft Auto would be the one to get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Based on how big it is, what they're trying to do, they could get away with it. The problem is
nobody else can.
Everybody else is going to try to get the $100 video game, and it's just not going to work for them. So, all right, chat. I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Generation X Gaming, a weekly podcast that goes over a few of the top stories in the past week, and we rant along the way. If you like it, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to go above and beyond that, become a member. We do a show live Monday through Thursday from 10 o'clock in the morning till noon Eastern. We have 2 new songs that went up live. Let me see if they're on Spotify. So if you guys are listening to the music, you can always go to 30NSG on Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, iHeart. Yeah, two songs launched. Cancel Disney Plus is up there, and also War Dogs is up there as well. War Dogs Squad Up is up there as well. Appreciate it very much. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. We'll be back on Monday for the Daily Grind. We do Monday through Thursday from 10 o'clock in the morning till noon Eastern. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Game on, guys.
Retro meets the now and here. Gaming tales you need to hear. Laugh and shout and sometimes sneer. Memories from all those years. Console wars and secret tips. Tips and tricks from pixel trips. News that pours from gaming sips. Critical